Hi, I'm Sock,
I'm Flakes.
and we're gonna do another traditional draft for the Spark.
Yay.
So, first pick Ugin. Like, there isn't another card in this pack, right?
Are you sure you don't want pouncing links?
Well,
It's
yeah.
such an amazing card.
Well, two on first strike is pretty game winning, but Ugin is pretty game winning on its own.
Yeah, no, I definitely want Ugin. I just wasn't sure about the other card. Was it Eternal Taskmaster or something like that?
Okay, so there was Eternal Taskmaster, and there was also Challenger Troll. I would probably take Challenger Troll over that.
Oh, okay.
Um. Okay, so the
Prison
strongest,
Realm.
yeah, that's definitely the strongest card in this pack. I'm always hesitant about picking a white card because I always lose with white decks unless it's white green, and even when it's white green, it has to be like a pretty amazing white green.
Aw, we can do it. Let's do it.
Yeah, I'm not for picking cards based on what colors I think is best. So, um,
Wanderer Strike.
that is on color. Nothing else is amazing. I mean, Kira's Downbreaker is fine.
Pollen
Rage and
Bright.
Crunch is
Okay.
fine. Pollen Bright Druid. Pollen Bright Druid is like, if you're already in the deck for it, then yes, it's fine.
Well, if we're white, don't we want to be white green, or what would be best to go with white? White black?
I don't know. I haven't played a lot of white decks. Usually when I'm white, it's either white red or white green.
Okay.
But we could try like a white blue Flyers deck. We could try a white black deck. I think Wanderer Strike is a pretty strong card.
Yeah.
We could try a white black Cruel Celebrant deck. I don't know.
I know you like that one.
Inconstructed.
Oh, in constructed. Okay. If that's the case, then let me see Teo's Light Shield. I always forget that one. But it's only a 0/3, and we wouldn't put it. Well, I guess we could put it on itself and make it a 1/4. But do we care that much? Like, I feel like I'd rather put it on something else.
So Teo's Light Shield is a pretty fine card in like a white green proliferate deck. It can even be pretty okay in a white red aggro deck. But I think with all this removal,
Okay.
we might be hedging towards like a black white Cruel Celebrant deck. We're certainly not going for like an aggro or deck. Maybe we want the counter. I'm gonna say that Cruel Celebrant has a little bit more upside. There's a lot of sacrifice effects.
Okay.
And we'll see.
Okay.
Well, in terms of power level, I think Herald of the Dreadhorde is the most powerful thing in this pack. I think the second most powerful is Battlefield Promotion. And both of those are on color. Like, Kasmina's Transmutation is only sometimes okay. Um, yeah, I think I'm going to take a Herald of the Dreadhorde here.
Okay.
Another one? No, Trusted Pegasus.
Oh,
Trusted
yeah.
Pegasus is
You need
really
a flyer,
good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not just a flyer. It makes your other creatures fly.
Yeah. That's a great card. I agree.
Okay, so this might be the rare good black-white deck, or it might not be very good at all. We'll see. I think I really want... Well, I have Ugin, so Aid the Fallen looks interesting. We probably can pick one up later, but nothing else is very good.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what other creature we'd want back?
Well, right now, I'm Trusted Pegasus, but, we'll figure it out later.
Because otherwise, I like Davros Shadowfuge.
It's
Not
not...
what we're going for? Okay.
I mean, generally, this reads, target player discards 2 lands.
Okay.
Not very exciting.
Okay.
There are times when it's really good, but there's also just times when it just discards lands.
Makeshift Battalion.
I'm not sure that we're going to end up in a makeshift battalion deck, but with Trusted Pegasus, we might get there. So, sure, let's try it.
I just like the counters for Ugin and other things.
Well, I mean, this puts counters on itself.
Oh, it's on itself. Okay.
But I do think I'd like it more than Sahili's Silverwing.
I think I was thinking of that, so I'm glad it came up. I think I was thinking of Battlefield Promotion. That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, I'll take a Battlefield Promotion, though.
I always get those two confused, Makeshift Battalion and Battlefield Promotion.
And now we can consider Teo's Light Shield.
Okie dokie.
It does look like black has dried up a little bit. Like,
there's my... Go ahead.
now I'll consider Davril's Shadow Fugue, but I'm
Yeah.
not, like, excited about it.
I mean, we could sideboard it, so...
Okay, fine. I'll take a Pouncing Lynx.
Yay, my kitty! Another... Oh, no, that's different. Ugin's Conjurant versus Ugin... So... I think I got the Ugin's confused. I think Ugin's Conjurant's the one I know, right? That's the one that's based on...
This is Uggin's Conjurant.
Yeah, I that's the one I was thinking it was. Sorry. I don't know Ugin the Infallible.
Ineffable.
Ineffable. Exile the top card of your library face down and look at it. Create a 2 colorless spirit creature token. When that token leaves the battlefield, put the exiled card in your hand. Oh, that's really good. Okay.
Yeah. And then, like, -3, destroy target permanent.
Yeah.
That's 1 or more colors. Like, that downside almost feels like a joke. And it kind of is a joke, because if you think about it, the only thing it doesn't destroy is other Ugins and Ugin's Conjurants. So, to me in this pack, there's Ugin's Conjurant and there's Tidebearer Giant, but I think I'd rather Ugin's Conjurant.
Agreed.
Also note that Ugin makes colorless spells cost 2 less. Ugin's Conjurant is not only colorless, but you can technically cast it for 0 and still get a 2/2.
Oh, I like that.
Because
Okay.
it's 2 less.
Yeah, yeah. I like that card. I've never looked at the art before.
Oh yeah, it's very pretty.
I like that card. Yeah, let's get that one.
Yeah. Yeah, nothing else really on color is super amazing here. So, yeah.
Ooh, Enforcer Griven.
There is that. There's also just Prison Realm.
I thought about that, but since we had one, do we want a second one?
If you ever ask me, do I want my opponents not to be able to play creatures? I'm going to say yeah.
I like flyers.
I think our opponents not having creatures on the battlefield is better than being able to fly over their creatures, which are attacking and killing us.
Agreed. Let's take Prison Realm.
And we still get a flyer.
Yay!
You're happy now, right?
Yes,
or
I am.
do we just want Obnick's Cruelty?
No! Wait, hold on. Okay, so let me think about this for a second. And also, I'm curious. So, Iron Bully is not for us for this kind of deck, because we're not trying to put counters on stuff, right?
Well, a 2/2 Menace is, like, not awful. And if we can proliferate, and we have at least one proliferate spell, then it becomes a pretty decent card. We also often do put the counters on other things. If we're playing Makeshift Battalion, we do want a lot of cheap creatures that can attack with it. But what I'm looking at right now is that we're in pack 2, and we have lots and lots of removal.
Okay.
And I hope to pick up more creatures later, but I'm not going to pass down lots and lots of removal, because even if we only play a few creatures, being able to deny our opponents the ability to set up a board is pretty tempting to me.
Okay, then we can go with Obnick's, and I'll hope to get a Griffin later. I know I'll see another Iron Bully.
Yeah, that's kind of my hope right now, too.
Okie dokie.
I mean, I'm not going to say no. Like, basically, we're just denying our opponent's ability to play Magic. And now, cards like Pouncing Lynx actually feel very attractive to me when I'm running this much removal, And a 1/2 can probably actually get, or 2/1 can probably actually get in there.
Okay. Ooh, another Wanderer's Strike.
I mean, I'll totally take that. Sorry, did I click too fast?
That's okay. Ooh, I love my Toll of the Invasion, but we would get another Wandering Strike.
Okay, I do think 3 is pushing it a little bit.
Okay,
I think
good.
Toll of the Invasion is probably the right choice here.
I love Toll Evasion, especially if we can get 2. Another Vampire's Opportunity. What was Rising Populace again?
Whenever a creature or planeswalker you control dies, put a +1/+1 counter on it.
We don't have that many. Oh wait, creature or planeswalker. But
Yeah.
we still don't have that many creatures anyways, right? Like,
No, we don't. And we also don't have any way to sacrifice creatures yet.
okay.
But I still think it's the pick here.
Okay.
Over a Vampire Opportunist.
Or over an Ironclad?
That's not a very good card.
Oh.
It's like filler, and maybe you'll bring it in against very aggressive decks where you just want a 5 toughness creature. But it doesn't even, like, it needs 3 power to trade with most, or not trade, but it needs 3 power to be able to kill a lot of the 2/3s in this format.
Well, I was thinking we would use one of our counters on it and make it a 3/6.
Sure, but why not just play a better creature that can trade without needing to support it?
Gotcha. I agree. Tidebearer Giant, because we didn't get it that one time, right? Or what's Lily's Triumph again? I forget.
We're not getting Liliana's Triumph.
Okay. So yeah, I'd say Tidebearer or Pouncing Links. I hate to have too many Pouncing Links though. That's the thing.
I'm kind of considering it though because
Don't we have one in the sideboard? Sorry.
like we have all this removal.
Okay.
I have
No,
Charm Stray.
That's what it was.
Yeah, I mean we have all this removal. Like normally the reason you don't want a 2/1 is because it gets blocked, right?
Yes.
And the reason it gets blocked is because you can't remove your opponent's creatures.
Oh, duh. And we're removing creatures. I see where you're going with this. Okay, and that's why you liked Pouncing. Yeah, okay. Do we need to worry about having big cards though? Because the other side of that is we don't have big cards. Like, big creatures. Sorry. Big creatures.
So yeah, that is a bit of a concern. Yeah, I guess I don't know how good white-black aggro is gonna be. So I don't know how much I want to invest in the low end and divest in the top end. So yeah, I think I'll pick up Tidebearer Giant. That seems right. But I am sort of considering, what if we're just aggro?
Martyr for the cause?
I do like that. We have not many things that have +1/+1 counters, but like it could be a thing. And I certainly think that effect is more likely to do something than Duskmantle Operative.
Or topple the statue?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because really it's a 3-cost draw card for us, and that's too high. Ooh, Battlefield Promotion.
When you're aggressive with a lot of low-costing creatures,
Kitty.
I think Battlefield Promotion is correct.
Kitty!
You know, we might actually even we might even actually play the fucking cats.
Yay! My kitties!
This is a clear Sarkin, right?
Yeah, hold on, I just wanted to see stuff. So we don't want Divine Arrow.
No, we want Divine Arrow.
Because we want... Oh, go ahead.
I was joking about Sarkin.
Really?
He's red.
I would totally splash 2 red.
We don't have any fixing.
I know. I just love Sarkin. That's why we're talking
Yeah,
about
yeah.
it. He knows I love the dragons. Okay, so Divine Arrow. We don't need Grateful Apparition, right? What's that one? Deals combat damage to a player or planeswalker proliferate. Oh, it's a flyer and we get to proliferate. Wait, what was the other? But we need a Divine Arrow. We don't have one. So
Well, do we need more removal? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 removal spells.
Oh, then I would rather have the flyer, please.
Yeah, I think actually Grateful Apparition. And we do have... So in terms of counters, we have Ugin's Conjurant, 2 Battlefield Promotions, so 3 cards that have or, like, put counters on something. Teo's Light Shield, 4. Rising Populace, 5. And then we have Amass, so I'm just going to count them all as 6. and we have Ugin the Ineffable. So I'm going to say that Proliferate's probably not going to do nothing.
Okay.
And I didn't even count Makeshift Battalion.
Well, Spark Reaper again? What's that one? Bottom left. You can't allow darkness. Oh.
Yeah, well, alright, so Spark Reaper's a consideration because we have Rising Populace, and it will rise when we sacrifice creatures to Spark Reaper, such as when our 2/1s with First Strike become unblockable. On the other hand, in this pack, there's a Trusted Pegasus, number 2, and there's a War Screecher. I think Trusted Pegasus over War Screecher, of course.
Agreed. Yeah.
Not at all interested in Bond of Revival on the upper left.
Yeah, agreed. So basically, Trusted Pegasus or Spark Reaver, but I agree. Trusted Pegasus.
Yep.
Oh, another Divine Arrow, but what else do we got? Yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards Divine Arrow.
Over Iron Bully?
I like my Iron Bullies. I mean, hold on, let me think real quick. How are we doing on creatures?
So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, one of these is getting cut because we have too many cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
Okay.
11, 12. So I wouldn't mind a few extra creatures. I also wouldn't mind a Divine Arrow.
I like having the Menace. I like having a creature early. But I like having Divine Arrow.
Alright, so I think we take out Battlefield Promotion because I'd actually rather use combat tricks like this than, well, but Battlefield Promotion synergizes more with Grateful Apparition.
Yeah, I was going to say I like Battlefield. I honestly would take out the links, but we need the links, right? Because we still don't have... I mean, I feel like we have creatures, but the whole point is we don't have enough low creatures.
Not if we want to do like an aggro. And you know what? Like, maybe we do take out the links. And,
Or what about Teo's Light Shield? We don't care about Teo's Light Shield.
I'm actually kind of thinking we play 3 Charmed Strays.
Okay.
I mean, they come out on turn 1. And, like, let's even take out Tidebearer Giant.
Yeah.
We're an aggro deck. I've decided.
Okay.
And they also put counters on each other.
Okay.
And that's really good with Grateful Apparition, and it's really good with Makeshift Battalion because they're cheap creatures that come out early and can attack with it. Rising Population, I actually don't really feel like truly fits in this deck. I think just another Divine Arrow is fine.
Okay, let's do that. What's Rally of Wings? I know it's an instant, but I still want to see it anyways. Oh, I like that, though.
And you know what? It's a bit of a combo with our Trusted Pegasi and Grateful Apparition. So, like, we Trusted Pegasus attack in with our largest creatures, and then we Rally of Wings, and then Trusted Pegasus and our largest creatures get +2/+2, and that's probably not a bad finisher. It's also decent defensively, so yeah, I think we take this.
I agree. I like it.
But what do we cut? Maybe we don't care about Aid the Fallen, because literally our only Planewalker is Ugin.
Yeah.
And other than that, like, it's just...
Oh, the Wanderer. Hold on, let me see that again. Prevent all non-combat damage that would be dealt to you and other permanents you control. Exile a creature with power 4 or greater. That's great because they have the big creatures because we're low. We don't have big creatures. I know, this is so hard. So Maybe get rid of Harold the Dreadhorde is the only thing I can think of and bring in the Wanderer.
Well, all right, so here's the thing.
Okay.
The Wanderer is perfectly main deckable.
Okay.
I actually think we put it in the sideboard.
Interesting. Okay. What? Hold on. Versus, okay, I know we're at max on cards. I understand that. But, like, what about, like, Wanderer Strike or Toll of the Invasion? Or is it we just don't want to make ourselves have to think about something in the main board?
So Wanderer Strike number 3, like...
Oh, we have 2 already. Sorry. I
Yeah.
take that back. Just Wanderer or Toll Invasion is what I would want.
Right, so Toll of the Invasion, we already have 1. 2 is not bad.
Mm-hmm.
I do not mind having 2. And we really don't have, like, we have Herald of the Dreadhorde for making an amass token, but we're really not very big on amass tokens here. And so...
But Wanderer is just better, right? I mean, I know...
Then Wanderer's Strike?
No. Then picking... Sorry. I should preface this. So what I'm thinking right now is either Wanderer or Toll of the Invasion for the sideboard, but I think 100% we should do Wanderer for the sideboard.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Done.
I speak softly.
It's
but I can't
like the... Oh.
Ooh, Law Rune Enforcer. Dang it.
Yes.
We could have one. Oh, there's my Enforcer Griven.
Okay. All right. So we do have to make cuts.
Well, how about this? We don't need that many lands if we're almost one color deck, you know?
No. That doesn't affect the number of lands that we need because we want to make sure that we're able to play our 4 drops on turn 4 and our 5 drops on turn 5.
Okay. Sideboard Battlefield Promotion?
Yeah, I mean, nothing's else in our color anyway.
Kitty!
I mean...
Or Makeshift Battalion, whatever. Sideboard Makeshift Battalion, have a couple of them.
I actually just want the cat.
Yay! He never wants the cats. I'm super happy
Well,
right now.
okay. When you have, like, 2 Charm Strays in your whole deck, they're awful cards. Because, like, you're playing a 1-drop 1/1 in the hopes that it eventually becomes a 2/2, and then, like, what if the other one is on the bottom of your deck? But when you have 4 of them, the probability of having 2 in your opening hand is not even that low.
Yeah. Bond of Revival sideboard, I guess?
Yeah, I think so.
Iron Bully sideboard.
Probably main deck.
Okay. I
So,
love Iron Bully.
because we're very, very low to the ground, and I think we even cut Herald of
Yeah.
the Dreadhorde,
I agree. That was the one I was thinking cutting next.
like, maybe we can afford to go down on... Sure. I'll take a Topple the Statue for the sideboard, because maybe it does something.
Okay.
Like, maybe we can go down a land,
That's
I
what
think,
I was thinking. Just one planes down. Just one.
and then we have a deck.
Yeah.
It is going to be harder to get to our 5 drops, but, like, almost all of our deck is in these early creatures, and all of this is removal.
And we don't have any 2-drops, so that's why I was not really more concerned about it.
We have a 1, 2, 3, 4 2-drop.
Sorry.
3 2-drops.
I said the wrong term. Not 2-drop, 2 color. Like, it's not 2 and 2 white is what I'm trying to say. It's all single. You know what I mean?
Yes.
That's whatever that is called.
Yeah, just single color cards.
Yeah, we have all single colored cards, which is why I'm... Go ahead.
The one exception is Cruel Celebrant.
No, but I mean, like, it's not 2 white and 1 black. That's
Yes.
still a 1 of each. color type.
Easy mana requirements.
There we go. That's what I want. Easy mana requirements is what I'm trying to say. Which was why I was fine with dropping 1 planes for that.
Yeah.
And then, actually, okay, so our blacks. We have how many black cards? We have Cruel Celebrant, Obnick's Cruelty, twice, though, and Total Invasion. So that's 4 black cards? Yeah, I guess I'm fine with 7. Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
So I feel like with this much removal, we really want more high end. Like
Okay.
we'd really be happier if we were a more controlling deck, but I just feel like aggro is actually going to work here.
I think so, too, because we're going to have flying kitties. Do you know how happy that makes me? Flying kitties. Right? Because how long do I have to wait to make my kitties a flyer? What turn is that? Turn 2 or turn 3?
turn 4. Because you play
Oh.
Trusted Pegasus on turn 3,
Oh,
and then you attack with it turn 4.
gotcha. I
Assuming it can attack, but it probably can.
And assuming my kitties aren't killed before then.
Yeah, it is a consideration if we shouldn't remove some of our removal in replace of more creatures.
But we can do that as a side, like a side decking?
Well, so let's say I want to end the game by turn 5.
Okay.
So maybe a Wanderer's Strike can instead be
A wanderer?
Pouncing Lynx.
Really? Versus the wanderer?
I mean, it would be that or Rising Populace.
I think I would choose Rising Populace versus the Lynx. Just because we have more ways to proliferate and stuff like that.
Well,
like-
but this only gets a counter when something dies.
And stuff is gonna die. So our kitties are gonna die.
No, I'm going to
No?
protect them.
Oh, okay.
With Battlefield Promotion, Divine Arrow, Prison Realm, Obnick's Cruelty.
Okay, if they are never gonna die, and it's not like we're gonna let them die, meaning like we won't choose when we want to make them die, then sure, go with Pouncing Lynx.
I mean, that's the ideal.
Okay.
We'll see how it works.
Yeah, but I feel like we have enough to play with that we can go ahead and change it. Like it's a good change out for cards, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if we, like, for example, see that our opponents aren't doing enough with creatures of their own, if their creatures are really expensive, then I want to keep some of my removal. If they're, you know, we come in with all the removal, and then once we find that some of our removal doesn't work very well against them, we can swap it out. All right, play first. Well, I don't think I can keep this.
Oh, that sucks.
One land.
Oh, it was really better.
I'm gonna keep
Keep it,
it,
though.
just hoping to scry a land to the top.
Come on, go away.
Yeah. I mean, we can play an Ugin's Conduit for 1. I guess that's value.
Yeah. Woo!
Alright, should we play Cruel Celebrant?
Kitty! Yeah, Crew Celebrant.
I feel like Cruel Celebrant is better because if they have the instant deal, one of the instant deal 3 damage spells, then at least we'd get some value out of Cruel Celebrant.
Okay.
And if we get a land, thank you, deck. Toll of the Invasion, see what they're working with. Samut's not very scary. Chandra's Pyrohelix, I don't really care about. New Horizons could be a little annoying. On-Crop Invader's probably going to be the card that gives us some trouble, but we have Divine Arrow for it, so I guess I'm not afraid of that. They're screwed on lands. They can't actually cast all these spells.
So something that's a low cost so that as soon as they get a land, they can't do it? That's what I'm thinking. Preferably
Yeah.
probably a creature. So I'm actually
Well-
oh, go ahead.
I want New Horizons.
Okay.
Because New Horizons ramps them up to 4
Gotcha.
immediately.
Gotcha.
So I think this is going to be fine. And they probably should Chandra's Pyrohelix or Cruel Celebrant away. I didn't really expect to get a ton of value out of it anyway. Iron Bully, are you just putting... Okay, you're putting a counter on yourself? On the Pollenbright Druid? Are you kidding me? Really? I don't think that's right. I think that's very, very, very greedy. I don't want to play out the Charmed Stray. I don't want it to be a good target for Chandra's Pyrohelix. I also don't like Ugin's Conduit here, because if we block it, then... If we block Pollenbright Druid, it's just a 1-1. I also don't like Divine Arrow when I wanted to use it on On-Crop Invader,
Okay.
but I still feel like using it on Pollenbright Druid would be fine.
We can still wait next turn because it's a -4, right?
Deal 4 damage.
Okay.
And, like, On-Crop Invader seems a little bit scarier than Pollenbright Druid in most cases, but the fact that they have to sacrifice creatures in order to get the effect out of it makes me feel like this is fine. Are you going to play your Samut? On-crop invader instead.
Yeah, they were just waiting. We have our own Iron Bully. How about that?
Yep. And this brings our amass token out of Chandra's Pyre Helix range, or we could put it on the Iron Bully, but then they just very obviously play Chandra's Pyre Helix onto the Iron Bully. I think it actually makes most sense to put it on the Cruel Celebrant, which cannot be Chandra's Pyro Helix so easily.
Okay.
And so then we attack here, because we're never blocking with the Cruel Celebrant when they have potentially first strike. But we are sort of like already out of steam, which sucks.
Did you say we were never attacking with the Cruel Celebrant?
I meant blocking.
Oh, okay.
That doesn't have first strike on my turn. This is good for me. And it's not like they can cast Chandra's Pyro Helix. Sure. I really want them to cast their Chandra's Pyro Helix and think they're getting value out of my 1/1s and then play an Ugin's Conjurant. Thanks, dude. Because now Ugin's Conjurant only has to worry about a 1/1. And my Ugin's Conjurant is going to be a 5/5. You deal 1 damage to me, I deal 5 to you. I think I'm winning. So they might even just want to block with Iron Bully, or like, why even play Samud out? Well,
They have nothing else to do.
yeah, I mean, the question is not why play Samud out. I think the question is why put Samud in your deck.
Ah. Well, they thought their deck was good until they saw what you're doing to it. They scried to the top, though.
Yeah. So, hopefully something good for them, I guess. Even if we get another Charm Stray, do I really just want to run this out? I mean, I guess I do at this point. It's just another body on the board, and they don't have the removal spell in hand, supposedly.
Ooh, trusted Pegasus.
I think we attack anyway. Okay. Yeah, and I'll just run the cat out.
Thank you. I was going to say, can I have my flying kitty, please?
And I mean, I'm criticizing them for playing Samut, right? And they're probably like, Charm Stray? This person isn't a real Magic player.
Ouch.
I don't care about that. They can hit me for 6. I don't care. Yeah, I didn't think they'd want to. So I think we just attack Samut with Ugin's Conjurant. If it trades with Turret Ogre, then that means Trusted Pegasus gets to get in every turn.
Okay. What's smarter for the cross?
When it dies, proliferate.
Okay.
Just a 2 mana 2/2.
Okay.
Evolution Sage. Sure.
Surrender now and I'll spare you.
So our ideal is not draw right now is not plains. But okay, I'll take a plains. So we attack Samut.
We lose our... Oh, we can't block us stuff.
Yeah. I guess we... Well, yeah, I guess we get in with Martyr for the Cause. If they start attacking us with Evolution Sage, then, you know, we just can start getting in with Charm Stray.
Okay.
And that's fine.
I have witnessed enough destruction already.
I do wish Ugin's Conjurant was still on the battlefield, but I still think it was kind of correct to trade with Turret Ogre.
I agree.
And now I'm going to leave Martyr for the Cause to block Tybalt's Rager for the rest of the game. Tybalt's Rager is probably going to want to take out the Charmed Stray. if I play the Pouncing Lynx, do they want to take out the Lynx? And I actually feel like the Lynx is the worst card because it doesn't gain its life. But I don't want to like block with 1/1/1 and let them take out the other 1/1. So I think we attack like this. And I'll play out the Pouncing Lynx. And they can decide which they think is the more valuable card. But honestly, I might even just want to like block Tybalt's Rager with Martyr for the Cause and Evolution Sage with Pouncing Lynx. But Pouncing Lynx is such a good attacker, like, I don't know. Yeah, sure. We just can't really afford to let Tybalt's Rager deal that much damage to us every turn. And now they can decide. Okay. And I was kind of hoping this would happen because I still hope that we draw a Charm Stray at some point. And now we have Obnick's Cruelty, so I feel a little bit better about our chances. If we decide that their aggression is too much, or they play something which Evolution Sage could start like putting +1/+1 counters on, we can Obnick's Cruelty either the Sage or whatever they're playing. But I'm okay taking damage here. That's a lot of damage. Let's see. 5, 6, 7, 8. Going down to 8.
Isn't it 10? It's up to 2. Get 2 plus. Hold on.
3 plus 2?
5.
Plus 1 plus 2.
3, 8. Okay, sorry.
Alright. I think I just take the damage. I feel like we can afford to go down to 8 when we have a life linker in play, and if they don't do anything here, I can just still hold up Obnick's Cruelty and play it on their turn again. See if they, like, just really that badly want to push damage. I mean, it's not like they can block our damage at this point.
So we're just racing.
Yes.
Okay.
Iron Bully, where does the counter go?
Evolution Sage. No, Griminiscent, because it's a first strike. And can take out your Charm Stray.
Tough choice, right?
Yeah.
I actually still say we Obnick's Cruelty the Evolution Sage, though.
Okay.
Because it's hitting us for more, and now they don't have any way to proliferate that we can see.
Okay.
And I think we will win the race. I super think we will win the race now.
Okay.
So let's attack, see if they don't have anything. It looks like they don't, but you know, we'll see. Didn't have anything. Ugin. I mean, I could destroy their Iron Bully, but I feel like just putting more things on the board is smarter.
I think, yeah, I was going to say that might be being greedy of us.
And then they would just attack Ugin with the Griminiscent.
Yeah. Like, they knew it was a two-turn clock, so.
Yeah. Okay, so...
I don't know, I'm happy. I want to keep it, unless you think there's something we should switch out. That total evasion really helped us, by the way.
Yeah, it did. I do feel like some of this removal will be a bit slow. They don't have any, like, we didn't see any really large creatures that we want to Wanderer's Strike.
Okay. I was really annoyed we only got 1 kitty and we have 4. How the heck did that happen?
So I think we can just go really low to the ground. Pouncing Lynx, Battlefield Promotion. And just, you know, be very aggressive.
We have Rally of the Wings, right?
I can bring that in.
Okay.
They certainly didn't seem to have a way to deal with flyers. So I'm perfectly fine bringing that in.
Although they are sideboarding too, so...
Yeah, but we'll see.
Okay. happy.
I feel like if they had if they had the damage spells, they would have used them. They
Okay.
might have like forced landing.
Okay.
And I would understand them not wanting to put forced landing in their main deck, but and you know, if they do bring in forced landing, maybe we'll
And now we got all the kitties.
okay,
I think we still keep it.
I think we still keep it. Oh my god.
They're gonna hate us though, you know that, right?
Flop. Now the question is, do I play kitty and a kitty, or do I like play Grateful Apparition next turn? Now I
Black-
just play double
black-
kitties. No, no, no.
Oh.
Double kitties.
Okay. I meant black card, because...
No, no, no. This is so much better. Look at this. Triple kitties, turn 2. Like, that's so good. And we have Obnick's Cruelty if they, like... They don't.
Oh, now we can total invasion them. This is really good.
I'm kind of tempted to do, like, Grateful Apparition, but maybe we should total the invasion instead.
I think we need to see what they have. I always
Yeah.
like knowing early if they're, like, how they're doing.
Chandra's Power
They
Helix.
do not want us knowing.
No, no, no. Well, they just didn't want us taking Chandra's Power Helix.
Okay.
But that's not the card that I see that is scary for us.
Loom Hulk or Turd Ogre?
Bloom Hulk.
Okay.
I mean, I guess they could... I guess the Turret Ogre is not great for us, but we have Obnick's Cruelty.
I want to get rid of Turret. Or Turret.
Yeah.
Yeah, get rid of
Well, let's play Grateful Apparition first, so
Okay.
that we can...
Proliferate.
Well, alright, I'm a little bit worried about them taking away our black source with Demolish.
Okay.
So I actually do want to Obnick's Cruelty now. And it is like a consideration, do we attack with this Charm Stray to get the Kronch Wrangler off the board, as opposed to giving them a chance to grow it again? Or do we sit and wait and be really greedy with Grateful Apparition?
We still have one more kitty in the deck, right?
Yeah, but it's not likely to show up.
I'm fine trading.
Yeah, let's be fine trading. It's not like we have a very high likeliness. And that Kronch Wrangler being able to drop... Like... Oh. It didn't matter. Didn't matter.
He's like, fine, screw you with your 3 kitties.
Yeah. So
That
yeah,
was
Charm Stray... Yeah, normally it's bad. But I'll take 4. Alright, on to round 2.
Fight. Round 2 is my favorite round.
Because...
Because 2 is my favorite number, and also, you get to actually really know your deck. Like, if it's going to go against another opponent.
Okay. Alright, we're up against Zoran Markov. Fun name. They have decided who goes first. I mean, not amazing hand, but we have 2-drop, 3-drop. Obnick's Wanderer Strike. Now we have probably better 2-drop than Cruel Celebrant. They have nothing.
Get him, kitty, get him.
God, Pouncing Lynx is normally such a bad card. But all this removal.
And our opponent doesn't have anything, so...
Oh no. They have now a 1/4. Whatever will we do?
Put our kitty out?
I mean, I'm not really going to be happy to use Obnick's Cruelty on that. if I have to. But next turn we can Cruel Celebrant and... oh, maybe I just kill that.
Yeah. Ooh. Do we have enough to kill it and do total invasion? No.
No, we have to choose, but I think I would like to toll.
Yeah.
What?
But their mana is 2 white, 2 blue right now. So
Well, yeah, but one more land and they can time wipe us.
I think that versus over Dovin, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was almost wondering, like, do I actually allow them to have that time wipe and just not play into the board? But that doesn't seem right.
I mean, they have a way to get it out of their graveyard later, probably, right?
It might be difficult in these colors.
Okay. So that makes me feel better about that choice.
Dovin. If they choose our makeshift battalion here, I'm not really upset about that.
A tragedy or comedy of errors.
Because we get to attack in and we don't have to worry about it being divine arrowed.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't even want to use it. Like, they just sort of realized, I think. So, the one annoying thing is that now Obnick's Cruelty costs 5, and I don't want to let them proliferate anymore onto this Teo's Light Shield.
Okay.
So, I think I do this now. And since we don't... like, they didn't use Dovin... maybe I should have attacked with the Pouncing Lynx at their Dovin, made them use Divine Arrow so they don't have it for Makeshift Battalion.
Yeah, I feel like we should do something to Dovin, but I don't know him really well.
Okay, so now Pouncing Lynx is prevented from taking damage. Good.
Taking damage?
Yeah, it can neither take nor give damage.
Oh, okay.
Does a 5/5 Ugin's Conjurant seem good here?
5/5 off the bat, yeah. What would we do with that? Will it get rid of Dovin and Flux, or what are we getting rid of?
It doesn't really do either.
Okay.
It's just a 5/5. The other play is Charm Stray and Cruel Celebrant.
I'd be fine with that.
The biggest problem right now is that Divine Arrow in hand is gonna hit our Makeshift Battalion, and we need a way to get it out.
I definitely don't want to lose Ugins if we're worried about a Divine.
Yeah, so if we play a 5/5 Ugin's Conjurant, then it just becomes a 1/1 after they Divine Arrow it.
Yeah.
Enforcer Griffin. Seems like a pretty good Wanderer's Strike target.
Okay.
But I need to draw a land to do that. I don't mind them just hitting me with it, actually.
Okay. I think we'll draw land soon, so I'm not worried.
We're studying concepts. I'm excellent in your...
Trusted Pegasus.
Not.
Seems good.
Yeah, I agree. I don't mind using it as a chump blocker for Enforcer Griffin.
We're not chumping. This enables a future attack, maybe.
Oh, okay. Well, what I was trying to say was, I wouldn't mind chumping it if they're hitting us with Enforcer Griffin. If they're hitting us with Enforcer Griffin too much, and we need to stop it at one point, just gain something real quick.
Yeah. Although I think Wanderer's Strike will be better in that regard.
Pursuing creativity. Defy convention.
Also, now they don't even want to attack with Enforcer Griffin because that enables us to attack into their Dovin.
Ah.
So I think we continue to sit back, play a 5/5 Ugin's Conjurant.
The fault is not in our stars, but in ourselves.
All right. Yeah, I think so because the Griffin for the Griffin, we want to try to get rid of Dovin, so we have a way to deal with Flux Channeler.
I mean, Dovin's not too scary.
He,
The
sorry,
biggest threat is this Divine Arrow in hand.
Okay.
All Dovin is doing is stalling out the game.
Okay.
So if I attack in with the Griffin and they Divine Arrow it, we have a Divine Arrow as well.
Yeah.
But they probably would just block with their own Enforcer Griffin. Well, now we have Wanderer's Strike. Does that change anything?
What does Wanderer's Strike do?
Exile target creature, then proliferate.
Okay.
So the biggest thing that I see is that like we only have 2 things with counters. They're not very large. I really want to counter on Makeshift Battalion. And this is sorcery speed, so if they block well, it's not like we get a chance to proliferate very well. So I think we do their Enforcer Griffin.
Okay.
Like, this isn't the value that I wanted out of it. But Dovin's... Wow. Dovin's veto. Nice.
So now we're still worried about Divine Arrow, right?
Yeah. That's the thing. And I don't want to attack with Trusted Pegasus, but I can next time. Like, I guess it was a bit greedy to try to Wanderer Strike the Enforcer Griffin because I could just attack in and when they block. Okay, well now they don't even have their own Divine Arrow open, which means I probably do get to attack with Makeshift Battalion.
Sweet, let's do that.
We're studying contrasts. I'm excellent, and you're, well, not.
So he'll get a counter. We give him flying. Let me cast Divine Arrow.
I think this is a really good play for us. This is good.
Oh, yeah. So now we control the air. They don't have a Dovin. They can't prevent most of our damage. We can continuously grow our Makeshift Battalion, and we can even, like, trade off creatures for their Makeshift Battalion, which will drain them because of Cruel Celebrant. They don't even have 3 to attack with, so yeah. The only issue right now is they do still have a Divine Arrow in hand, so it's not like I want to continue attacking with Makeshift Battalion until we can make him bigger somehow.
Okay.
But I'm totally willing to just deal 3 to them every turn until they use that Divine Arrow.
I like this plan. And we have 2 kitties.
So what can we do about a Thunder Drake? We can do a lot of things, can't we, actually? So I can grow Enforcer Griffin so that they no longer can just Divine Arrow it. They have to Divine Arrow and block with Thunder Drake.
Okay, I'm liking this plan. They're not, of course. They're trying to find another solution to it.
Yep.
We don't have proliferation for our deck, right? I just realized that.
We had like 1 Proliferate card, and we've already spent it.
Okay. Oh, but we got our 3 kitties. I'm happy with that.
What would happen if we just like went all in here?
Make them do the counting. All right, so we don't lose, but they have to use their 2, 3. Well, I guess I could use it on our
We
trusted. Go ahead. Sorry.
yeah, we would lose a few creatures.
Okay. Well, I was doing it individually, but go ahead. You do it faster than I do.
As this board's too large, I'm not gonna
Okay.
very easily figure it out.
So I was gonna say our Thunder Drake to our trusted Pegasus, so we lose that. And then they have a 3/2, could take out either our kitties or I'm sorry, we don't have time to go through it. So
Yeah, I think we attack with Enforcer Griffin.
Trusted Pegasus.
Nah, Trusted
wanna pick it
Pegasus
up?
just gets blocked.
Okay.
But I don't mind putting
Minus for that.
Iron Bully and maybe even Pouncing Lynx. Like, just make it look like we have something.
Okay. You don't want the 2/2 kitty?
It just gets blocked by
Okay.
Thunder Drake.
Okay. So we're not trying to trade to get stuff off their board. We only want to.
Okay, they did the thing. By mostly what I'm looking at here is that Cruel Celebrant is going to do extra damage whether our creatures die or not.
Gotcha.
And so we drain them for 2, and even though our creatures died, like, we still got value.
Okay.
So next turn, like, I think we do just go all in.
That's what I was gonna say, because either way, if our creatures die, then they lose some life, and I
Yeah.
think they would lose enough life that it would help.
I don't think drawing cards is where our opponent really wants to be here. Also, they get to tap our Enforcer Griffin next turn, so I feel like we're a little bit behind if they do that. So, like, we have so much removal on our deck. Could we just draw it, top deck some removal?
Actually, if we go all in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, but then the extra damage. Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say if we go all in, we only have like 5 max.
Wait, they're not. They didn't tap anything down. Interesting.
Did they forget? Because
Dunno.
he doesn't get summoning sickness for. Oh, she's out of that. Okay.
Yeah, let's just.
All in.
I'm gonna like the only thing I want to leave back is Cruel Celebrant.
Okay. Oh.
Okay.
Oops. Okay. That's what he realized. Okay.
Yep. Maybe I should have. All right. So is this a deck we want the Wanderer against?
They had a few high cards. They have the Thunder. I mean,
Well, no. That's. It has to be 4 power or greater.
4 power.
I don't think we really saw anything.
No. I did like Wanderer's Strike.
Yeah. I don't know if we want to add another one though. We have a lot of removal already.
Okay. We definitely need to keep Divine Arrow. That was kind of good.
Yeah.
I think it's fine. The Law Rune Enforcer would be nice for tapping stuff. We got 3 of our kitties, which I loved. So.
Yeah. I kind of think another Battlefield promotion might be worth bringing in. They seem to have a lot of low creatures that we could survive combat by using a trick.
Take out one of the trusted Pegasus then?
I'm kind of wondering if we don't take out Prison Realm.
Okay, let's take that out.
I'll take out between Prison Realm and Cruelty, like which is our least important removal is kind of the question.
Omnix just does -5/-5, right?
Yeah.
And they don't have that many, but it does do the exile. I mean, I'm still not worried about it from them pulling from the graveyard.
The other part of Obnick's Cruelty is that it's instant, whereas Prison Realm is sorcery, sorcery speed, but lets us scry one. I'm gonna say Obnick's Cruelty,
Okay.
just because we've got so little time to decide. So,
Got it.
yep. Huh.
I want to keep it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not great, and we could get run over, but we have, like, we're not going to get screwed on lands. Anything we draw, we can play. So, you know, this is the kind of hand I don't like, but I don't mind, I think. Our opponent's also off to a slow start. We have Ugin mana. Or a Screecher. That's maybe worth a divine. Let's just. Do we Prison Realm that?
Well, why wouldn't we use our trusted peg? Oh, because our trusted is not as able to take a War Screecher? Yeah.
No, yeah, let's just play Trusted. Because we can Prison Realm it after playing Trusted Pegasus, and then we have more power on the board.
Okay.
And maybe waiting a turn, we see a better target for Prison Realm.
Yeah, because I forget. Do we have 2 now? Yeah, we still have 2.
If they leave up blue and white, I might consider not attacking with Trusted Pegasus, because maybe they have Divine Arrow. They're just drawing cards instead. Also, Ugin's -3 allows us to destroy a target permanent that's 1 or more colors, so it's not like using our Prison Realm now takes us out of having a removal spell for a later threat.
Okay.
Three top.
Ooh, that does not feel good right
Yeah,
now.
if we draw a Toll of the Invasion, I'm going to be very happy to see what's in their hand. Well, Grateful Apparition.
Okay.
Doesn't do anything right now, right?
Yeah.
Let's just Prison Realm, Scry 1.
Okay.
Well, Battlefield Promotion with Grateful Apparition could sort of run away with the game, but I don't know if that's the pick here.
I think it's okay.
It's just that, like, if our
There's something
creatures get
better.
removed, we
Yeah.
spent 2 cards and they only spent 1,
Got
and
it.
they've got 3 relevant things on top.
You got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot about their 3 to the top. You're right.
So I'm glad we got the Scry, because I'm not sure I would have been happy drawing that.
Okay.
Enforcer Griffin. Divine Arrow can just take that out. So I think we play Grateful Apparition, and then we just hold up Divine Arrow and not attack with the Pegasus. I don't think this 2 damage is incredibly worth it. And then they know that we have a combat trick if we're trying to attack.
Okay. Yeah, because they know we have Divine Arrow because we used it last time, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
La Rune Enforcer.
Okay. So they... I mean, they don't even have to tap anyways, because we're not going to, like, use our trusted Pegasus against the Griffin or the Grateful Apparition.
Yeah. So they don't want to attack, which makes me a little bit hesitant to play Ugin, because if we play Ugin and minus, then we have to defend Ugin with our creatures, and that feels bad.
Yeah, I want to wait on Ugin, too. We have a Divine Arrow, which is nice. I think they have a Divine Arrow, because last turn they left a blue and a white, so...
Well, that takes the Enforcer Griffin out of Divine Arrow range. If they attack, there's the question of, do I block and try to Divine Arrow it anyway? I think what I'd rather do right now is wait a few turns so that we can play Ugin and leave up Divine Arrow.
Yeah, I agree. Because I feel like it's a trick. I think they're trying to force us to use our Divine Arrow because they know we have it.
Yeah.
And if they want us to use it that bad, I want them to make them work harder.
Well, if they wanted to force us to use it, wouldn't they have left their Griffin at... wouldn't they have left their Griffin at exactly 4 toughness?
Well, I'm thinking they're trying to get our Griffin, get our Pegasus as well, too, and only have 1 flyer.
Yeah. But I think we just hold off 1 more turn, and then we can Ugin and hold up Divine Arrow.
Okay.
And the proliferation onto Ugin will help. Of course, they could just tap down Grateful Apparition, but if they try to attack with Flux Channeler, that's a very nice target for Divine Arrow.
Okay.
Well, Thunder Drake's a little obnoxious. Martyr for the cause. Although, as things stand, we can still Ugin minus on Enforcer Griffin and hold up Divine Arrow, hoping that that's enough against the Thunder Drake.
Okay.
When you understand reality, your past.
Iron Bully only costs 1 now. That's cute, but I'd have to spend my mana instead of holding up Divine Arrow.
Yeah.
I could attack with the Grateful Apparition here, I feel, but
I kind of want to play it safe. So whatever's safe is.
yeah. So like if they do grow the Thunder Drake this turn, we could still like Divine Arrow and okay, they're tapping Trusted Pegasus. If they want to grow it, they have to cast a non-creature spell. Okay, so Ugin's dying. That much is clear. And I think that Ugin, having traded for an Enforcer Griffin and gained some health like this, is actually fine. Because I think we're going to start running away with the game now. If they can't take care of our flyers. So, we play out Iron Bully.
Put it on Grateful Apparition or Trusted?
I'm a little bit tempted to leave it on Iron Bully himself. Because we don't get extra damage this turn, but he's going to have flying and he's going to grow, and it diversifies our threats.
Okay, let's do that. I forgot that he'll get flying.
Yeah, because of Trusted Pegasus.
Yeah.
And maybe they have a Divine Arrow. And, you know, Grateful Apparition would have died, so I'm really glad that we didn't put the +1/+1 there.
Okay. Good call.
Knowing that they can just tap down our Trusted Pegasus every turn, though, it's a little bit tempting not to... you know, we're probably actually not going to be able to attack with Iron Bully.
Hone your prowess.
God, Narset, they're just a spells deck, aren't they? Okay, they found Time Wipe. They probably don't care about Time Wipe right now, though, right? And they can't cast it this turn. But, like, they're ahead on board. And let's just hold on to our Charm Stray. See if they let us attack with Trusted Pegasus. Nope. Do I want to attack with Iron Bully?
Well, is he going to die next turn? Well, I mean, he dies either way. They block with him, he dies. We leave him for next turn. They do a board wipe.
I'm a little bit worried about them blocking with Teo's Light Shield and Martyr for the Cause. So we would lose Iron Bully, and maybe they'd get to proliferate. And then proliferating on a Narset. So, like, that might happen anyway. But I think it's better for us to just not do anything. They can either kill us with what's on board, or we can find a way to make some threats without spending too many resources from hand, knowing they have a Time Wipe in hand. Man, Dovin too. If I find some removal, though, I think it actually goes on Law Rune Enforcer. I'm not terribly scared of Flux Channeler. And so now they're gonna, like, nullify our Trusted Pegasus, but that makes it a chump blocker. Yeah, I'll take 2. other trusted Pegasus?
Maybe keep it because we know they're gonna time wipe us.
I certainly feel like we can spare the health.
Yeah.
If they don't tap Iron Bully, I think we do attack with it
Okay.
and pressure their Narset. But of course they're going to tap it, right? The question is, like, how do we make it so that they want to use their time wipe and reset the board? Because we don't want to play creatures until they've done so, right?
Yeah. And they're waiting for us to put something big on there.
The Wander. Doesn't really do anything against our deck. We've already used Divine Arrow, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Buckle under my blade. I have just.
We don't have any 4-power creatures, really. They've got 70 cards left in deck. They've drawn a lot of their deck. Okay, Wanderer's Strike. So now we're in a spot where, like, we can't really get away with not adding to the board. Because they can just use their removal. And they are threatening to, like, take us down eventually.
We're studying contrasts. I'm excellent, and you're, well, not.
Wanderer's Strike of our own. Well, I said if I drew a removal, I'd want to get down their Law Rune Enforcer. And maybe this will encourage them to start considering using their Time Wipe or Wanderer's Strike or something at this point.
Yeah.
Because now we're going to have a 3/3 that is not tapped every turn. Yep.
Yep.
Do I play out other Pegasus knowing that there's a Time Wipe coming?
I kind of want to save it because they don't have any other flyers right now, and that could be our flyer, and we can just attack for 2
Yeah.
each turn until we get something.
There is still also Wanderer's Strike, so we need to apply enough pressure that they want to use that as well.
Okay.
So, like, the thing is that just if we only could follow up with a Charmed Stray, it's not very good.
Yeah. So we got rid of the Wanderer Strike. That's what you wanted, right? But now there's no reason for a time wipe. I see.
Keep an open mind.
Fuck. Okay, we're kind of just dead. They've got all the mana in the world. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 2/2s on this board. I mean, if I don't block, they just dove in my trusted Pegasus. And if we put enough pressure that they need to use Time Wipe, they can follow up with 6 2/2s. So I think we're gonna play. I think we should play out Trusted Pegasus and Charmed Stray,
Okay.
and just like we have to top deck like we've never top decked in our life.
Does it get rid of their creatures too?
Return a creature you control to its owner's hand, then destroy all creatures.
Okay, so all they get a board wipe as well too.
But they do get a creature back.
Yeah. And they still get to keep their planeswalkers, right?
Yeah.
I'm well equipped to deal with nuisances like you.
Not looking good. We got 21 cards left in deck. We spent our Ugin. We still have an Ugin's Conjurant, I guess. I do sort of wonder if milling them isn't a strategy.
How many cards do they have left?
14,
How many do we have left?
21.
I'm fine with that being a strategy.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like a strategy.
But I don't think we have anything left. Sorry, go ahead.
We have... Alright, so we have 3 Charmed Strays. Rising Populace is...
Oh, finally. Thank you. So we're going to get rid of the board wipe? Or, no, the finale thing.
So they have 8 mana. Right now it's 6 2/2s. Yeah, I'm going to say we get rid of their finale.
Okay.
Because I'd rather them wipe the board at this point.
Okay.
And then we just, like, put whatever we can onto the board.
Yeah.
And we force them to just, you know, use what they have. We still don't block Martyr for the Cause. And maybe I could have just left Charmed Stray still in our hand. I mean, it's not like Charmed Stray is very good, but, you know, this is like, okay, I've played out my hand. You need to use your board wipe because we're going to take down your planeswalkers. This is, like, Martyr for the Cause is a 7-turn clock. If they offered us Rising Populace and or Flux Channeler, I'd be quite happy to take that.
Mm-hmm.
I could also, like, consider blocking with Charmed Stray 1 turn. Mother. Fudge. So, like, why would they ever cast Time Wipe at this point is the issue.
I don't think they are.
Yeah.
So it was probably better we took out that other card regardless. So, but I think...
Enforcer Griffin can block. Problem is, if I play Enforcer Griffin, I expect them to put Sunblade Angel back in their hand, and then... Well, I still think we have to do it.
Yeah, we need to force them.
And we have so much removal in our deck. Let's see. We have another Prison Realm. We didn't draw either Obnick's Cruelty. There are things that we have. This is an interesting time to use Erratic Visionary, because if they drew something that they wanted to play, they would have to choose between that card and Time Wipe. I feel like Time Wipe is really, really good for them right now, and there's no reason they shouldn't be using it. They've only got 10 cards left in deck. They're going through it quite a lot. Okay, they're using Time Wipe.
Okay.
Let's see what they put back. Sunblade Angel? Yep. It kind of sucks, but I just don't think there was a lot else we could do. Oh, and Rising Populace gets a bunch of counters on it. I don't mind that Martyr for the Cause proliferates and has them draw more cards and get closer to being milled out.
Yeah.
Narset misses, though. And now is just the opponents can't draw more than 1 card a turn. Here's my 2/2. Unfortunately, Sunblade Angel does have lifelink. But we still have so much removal. We just need to draw it. Pouncing Lynx is not removal.
So we're on 4 turns with this flyer. We lost all our flyers, I believe.
I think you're right.
Okay, so they're just waiting us out. Can we mill them faster than 3 more turns?
No, I think we just have to draw removal.
Okay.
Curious. Your defects don't seem to bother you.
That's a wonderful removal.
At this point, I'm wondering in game 3 if we'll want to bring in Time White. Or I'm not Time. The second Wanderer's Strike. We still didn't see any like
Pair of stilts.
4 or greater power creatures in their deck, right?
Right.
Yeah. Nothing really. I guess I'll play out this Charm straight. We got a no hope in hand, or no escape. We really need to draw some sort of like, anything. Come on, deck. I trust you. I love you, deck. Please.
We're dying. Like, he literally doesn't have to do anything. He just has to keep attacking us.
Though he only has 6 turns to win.
Well, he just literally has to attack us. He doesn't care.
Yeah.
We're studying
But I mean,
contrasts. I'm
like,
excellent
any
and
removal.
you're, well, not.
Alright, on to game 3. So, alright, I thought Pouncing Lynx would be okay, especially with a battlefield promotion, but now I just feel like extra Wanderer's Strike and Obnick's Cruelty, and just maximize our removal. Deny them a board. I do want Aid the Fallen because,
I want Rally of the Wings. But we're already over on cards.
yeah, so 1 out. Nothing, like I don't, alright, battlefield promotion, maybe Combat Tricks is not where we're winning. And we already have kind of better removal that doesn't require us to have creatures. So I was kind of dreading the idea that we might draw a battlefield promotion in the end of that game, and it would be like, well, that's a card I wanted to remove an opposing creature, but we only had one anyway and we'd already drawn it, so.
Yeah.
Alright. Play first. Mono black.
Just keep it.
I think it's keepable with Iron Bully and Obnick's Cruelty and Grateful Apparition if we ever get that off.
Yeah.
Of course, like, either is likely to die to a Divine Arrow, I guess, but we can shut down a Flux Channeler or Rising Populace with Obnick's Cruelty.
Ooh.
Maybe we just toll the invasion.
Yeah. That's never a bad choice.
Like, if I see a Dovin Planeswalker, it's whatever. But, anything else that they have, I wouldn't mind a toll the invasion. I suppose even Narset. I would take out a Narset from their hand because it actually seems to hit in their deck. They have a lot of non-creature spells. Maybe they were considering a Guild Gate there. That's why it was so hard. Yeah.
Let's see what you were so curious about.
No, their choice was between Island and Other Island. Do I take out Finale? Finale's a long time from going off, but eventually it's really bad for us. I think I still take it out.
Yeah, I was gonna say, unless you're worried about any of those other cards. I agree.
Yeah, I mean, their Wanderer's Strike is not good for us. But I don't think it's going to be the biggest issue. And we have removal for everything that they have in hand.
Okay, perfect.
Wish we would draw said removal. I mean, really, I just want to draw... We have the removal. I just wish we'd draw a Plains.
Did we take out our proliferate? That
No.
Okay.
These
Oh.
these cards proliferate.
Nice.
Alright, so they got Narset.
And disown your
And if they
plans.
want to block Iron Bully, they have to... Well, actually, they can't block Iron Bully because I'm going to Obnick's Cruelty. The one that draws them cards, or the one that's a flyer?
Draws them cards, because we have flyers that we'll get to eventually. Or do we want them to mill themselves?
Nah, that's a bad plan. It's just like, I guess you can have your opponents mill themselves, but getting their Narset down sort of takes away a lot here.
Fury will only lead you astray.
Blah, blah, blah.
Just need a planes. The other thing, though, is I don't really want to play Grateful Apparition until they've used... I just need a planes.
I know.
I don't really want to do Grateful Apparition until they've used their Wanderer's Strike. Because otherwise they just target Grateful Apparition and we don't get recurring proliferations.
Okay, let's see what they get. Scry bottom, scry bottom.
Please. 2 top, 2 bottom. If I draw planes... God damn it.
Oh my god, this is horrible.
Yeah. I mean, a Wanderer's Strike on their War Screecher would be pretty good. Or if they play an Enforcer Griffin here, that would be pretty nice to Wanderer's Strike. No thank you. So there's a stick. Maybe they found their Divine Arrow. There's a number of plays they could be considering here. I feel like once we get a planes, though, we really just start going off.
Yeah, and I don't think I'm worried about them having a divine arrow right
Let's
now
add this
anyways,
battle to
so...
your record of badness. My acute awareness of your imperfections
Oh my god,
is
finally.
maddening.
Okay,
Alright.
so what are we trying to do?
Lots of things. So, I don't want Grateful Apparition out.
Okay.
I could just Prison Realm and give us a Scry. I can't Wanderer's Strike because of Dovin.
Okay. The scry might be helpful so we can get another planes. I feel like it'd be
Yeah.
nice to have 2 planes at this point.
They can Teferi's Time Twist their War Screecher away, which would sort of punish us a little bit. And it comes back with an additional counter on it. So, like, this play is still kind of awkward, but we really do need that planes. And now that Teferi's Time Twist is out of their hand, it's not being used on one of their planeswalkers. Do I want Cruel Celebrant? I don't think so. Wanderer's Strike exiles, which means that the if we get Narset off the battlefield,
My mind bleeds
that
away.
means they can't eventually proliferate onto it and draw more cards.
Okay. And now we're just dealing with Dovin and the War Screecher.
Yep.
Because we don't have a flyer.
Makeshift Battalion. A little bit annoying here because it can very easily get counters on itself. But we do have the Divine Arrow for it. But now we can just Wanderer's Strike, which I like a little bit more.
Okay. We're getting rid of the War Screecher?
Makeshift Battalion.
Okay.
The other one might go for the War Screecher, but Divine Arrow is probably... Well, alright, once they proliferate onto the War Screecher, it's going to have more than 4 power, so we will have to Wanderer's Strike it. But, so this play is good for us because it grows Iron Bully. We take Dovin down to his last point of loyalty. If they
doubt
want
you
to
can do
sacrifice him to make it so that Iron Bully can't deal damage, fine. Or if they want to use their Wanderer's Strike and then cast that on our army token, fine. But I think that now being able to play out our Grateful Apparition, Wanderer's Strike their War Screecher, and do all sorts of great things, that we're going to be okay.
Okay.
We're studying contrasts. I'm excellent, and you're, well, not.
I could play out Martyr for the Cause. We're getting a little bit lower on life. So I do think that this just makes sense. Unfortunately, if they have like an Enforcer Griffin that is too large, we're losing a bit of value, but... And I'm still worried about them having Divine Arrow. So if they still attack with Martyr for the Cause, I probably do block because we don't want our other things being Divine Arrowed.
Okay.
But they're not attacking. We
Oh,
found
finally.
another planes.
Okay, so now we're a little more flexible.
Yep, I'm thinking we bring out Martyr for the Cause and Trusted Pegasus.
Agreed.
Um,
Why not? Let's attack.
yeah.
Because I still like your plan of if they have a Divine Arrow and want to get rid of that.
Even with my insight, I didn't foresee this.
Okay. Oh, there was no stick.
Oh, okay. Alright, so let's attack like crazy. Oops.
Apparently they didn't mean to do that. Or they want us to think so.
Yeah.
Okay, there's no Divine Arrow. Now I expect us to just start running away with the game.
Okay.
Not worried. We have Divine Arrow.
Okay.
So
Can
we
we-
attack with our 4/4,
Okay.
and they're not gonna block. And we make it look like we don't have a trick. Well, they saw the stick, so they probably know we have a trick, but we can pretend like we don't. And I think we're just in command of this game.
I like it because as soon as they attack, we Divine Arrow and they lose their card. And in the meantime, we still get to attack for 5 each turn.
Yeah, they may not even want to attack.
Yeah, they're on a 2-turn clock. 5. Yeah. They
Well,
have to. Sorry, go ahead.
This does have vigilance.
What's that mean?
Does not tap when it attacks.
Oh, so they could attack us and then still block.
Yeah, and it has lifelink, so they would actually go up to 13 health.
Okay. But doesn't our 4/4 become a flyer as well too next turn?
If we want it to be. So they might have like Crush Descent here, but there's so few counter spells in this format I'm concerned about. We saw nothing last game.
Perfect.
Yep.
Ah, they wanted us to do that.
Alright. Well, actually, if we hadn't used our Divine Arrow, they still would have been able to time wipe.
Yeah. So that's what that oops was for, that they were trying to trick us.
Do I play out a cat?
Yeah, why not? Attack them for 1 each turn.
Yeah. I mean, ideally we draw more cats, I guess.
Yeah. Which we haven't drawn any cats yet, so that's very high probability. Come on, planes.
I'm just worried this cat actually dies before we draw other cats.
It probably will, but we got 3 more, so. Oh, and now we're in our flood zone. Gotta play that out for a
Seas.
bit. Come on, kitty.
So we have 6 more lands in deck.
How many cards do they have left? Oh, yeah. I'll nix that, because I'm liking this whole attack for 1, gain some life thing for a while.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dovin's Veto. Alright.
Alright.
We still have a few more removal spells in deck. So. And if we're able to grow this Charmed Stray, then, you know, it can just trade with the Flux Channeler if that's what they really want.
What do they have?
They're looking at their graveyard. Do they have a way to get spells back? You know what we haven't gotten? Have we drawn... We have neither drawn Ugin nor Aid the Fallen.
Okay.
Removal spell? Alright. That's fine. Rising Populace. I don't really feel like double blocking there.
Yeah. Ugh.
That is neither Ugin nor Rising Populace. I mean, other cats. Like, just give me a kitty.
I think we can only really do like 2 more of this.
Okay.
Finally. Okay, do something.
Did they find Divine Arrow finally? Or are they just trying to decide, do I block?
Yeah.
No. Wow. When a 1/1 is like the best draw in your deck. It's not a great feeling, I'll say.
Oh man. Really?
So 12, 13, there's only a few lands left in our deck. I might just have to trade Flux Channeler for this Charm Stray this turn to gain the life. Rising Populace goes to a 3/3, but we have lots of removal in our deck that will deal with it if only we can please draw it. Also, that brings us up to 8 life.
Yeah.
I
It
could have
buys
just...
us time.
I could have actually just taken the damage. Jesus Christ.
Okay, and now we're on our last bit. We gotta finally.
I'm just a little bit worried that they have enough. Okay, good.
Every exploit ripples through time. Be mindful. Ours return.
Rising Populace grows, but I think we're going to have to be okay with that. We're at only 10 cards left in our deck.
So we got some kitties coming out, some flyers coming out. We're just holding on.
Barely. Since we haven't Aid the Fallen, I'm almost tempted to just let this go through. But, like, what if it's just the bottom card?
It's a really good game, though. Oh, here we go. Okay, so now we can start.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Lies beyond vision.
So, if they don't have removal, we can just attack them twice and win.
Yeah, I think that's our strategy for right now.
And I will totally chump to protect Ugin, and I don't mind taking one from Teo's Light Shield. If they have a trick, whatever. We still have... Oh, wait, I could have blocked with Enforcer Griffin, but what if they have Divine Arrow?
Curious tactic.
Also, I don't want to block, I want to attack.
Yeah.
We have the life to spare. Yeah, we should plus.
Well, the question is, do we scry first?
Yeah, let's scry first. Scrying is always good.
Well, the problem is that whatever card we scry to the top doesn't go in our hand. It actually goes under an Ugin creature. So I want to plus first.
Okay.
Law Root Enforcer.
Okay.
And let's attack. They do have
Divine
finally
Arrow.
found their divine arrow. Yeah.
Okay.
But that was inevitable.
Yeah.
And what are we going to draw next turn? Not
Oh
Swamp.
my God.
We have 6 cards left in deck.
5 on them.
You know, there's actually an argument to no longer plussing Ugin as long as we can just be... Okay.
Okay, we have to plus. Well, 2, 4, 6. So that's 3 more turns, and they're at 5 cards. Okay, here we go.
Alright, I do want to plus...
Yeah.
Do I?
4,
Mm,
no. Let's not plus them, because that mills us, right? We're trying to not mill us.
Yeah. So wait. I did I play my land yet? Cancel. I did not play my land. Because we're just going to go all in on this,
Yeah,
right?
I
So
agree.
8 plus 6, 14, 15, 16 because of the 2 cost reduction.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm not going to plus anymore because I actually think that milling them is a strategy here.
I agree.
Do we have any more removal because they could also just hit us 3 times?
Well, we're just going to hit them once, right? Is that the...
Well, the first time they block with Teo's Light Shield.
Okay. That's fine, because we can afford to give up 1. So...
But because we have Aid the Fallen, I feel like it's actually correct. Okay, they don't even want to take down Ugin. Well, that scares me because what if they're able to grow that next turn?
Well, I think like we put up Charm Stray and attack with Charm Stray, and but we still have to wait 1 turn to attack with Charm Stray.
Yeah.
But I still think we put it out and make them have to use all their cards because we have 3 cards and they can only block with 2. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
still think
So,
it's better for us.
yeah. But now I no longer feel like the way we're winning is by milling them because we have Ugin's Conjurant out.
But we're at 4. What are they at?
They're at 4.
No, never mind. It's okay. Do
Oh,
your thing.
3 cards.
Yeah, I want to mill them.
Okay, so actually next turn they're going to be at 2 cards, and we can destroy their Thundering Drake. So either we die this turn because they're able to play 2 cards and proliferate. Their next card would have to be a proliferation spell, like a Contentious Plan.
Okay.
We can destroy their Thunder Drake next turn, and they don't have enough blockers. So either we die or they die. I think they're trying to figure out their situation. They've decided not to attack us.
Yeah,
they have decided
knew.
they have decided to concede. Okay.
That was a really good game. That was, yeah.
Ugh. All right, our reward is an interplanar bacon. All right, on to the next round.
Woo! What was that thing it said about total life loss?
Oh, winning at 1 is just as good as winning at 50.
Oh, that so scares me. You're really good about that. I will say that.
Uh-huh. I mean, I guess we keep it. It's got all our lands, we've got a removal spell, we've got our best card in our deck.
Perfect. Yeah, you're really good. I get really scared with the life when it's like less than 10. So that's when I have to stop talking and let like you do it because you know better.
Yeah, we got a 3-drop.
Sweet.
So we're up against J-Mash.
He did the mash.
He did the monster mash. So next turn we can play Law Rune and still hold up Obnick's Cruelty.
Okay.
Oh, no. Okay.
Aw.
That's fine.
Oh, wait, Venture our hand. Okay. Cruel Celebrant.
Yeah, I don't think we play that instead of these.
Okay. I like tapping their creature and attacking for 3. That sounds wonderful.
I wasn't even watching. They're stuck on 2 lands.
So we could have done Cruel Celebrant, or what does that mean for us?
It means that they're having a very, very slow start.
Okay.
Flux Channeler, perfectly happy with an Obnick's Cruelty on that. Don't want that to get out of hand or anything.
Sounds good.
And next turn, like, they can play a blocker, but we can probably just Ugin it away. But then we'd have to leave a creature back to block, so it's not likely that we're getting to get our +1/+1 counters on Makeshift Battalion here.
Yeah, I'm fine waiting with Ugin for a bit.
Yeah, if they hold up no escape, I'm going to be a little bit hesitant about playing an Ugin into that. But I don't think that they can afford to not play a card this turn. Yeah. So, sure, you got a 2/2. Question is whether or not I...
Ooh, yay. I like that.
trying to think. So I kind of want to resolve Ugin right now.
Okay.
The question is whether or not we can minus Ugin to destroy their 2/2 and enable all three to attack, or whether we plus Ugin to create 2/2s and then later think about minusing or using Iron Bully to put a counter on something, making this attack a little bit better.
If we're gonna do Ugin, I definitely don't want to minus him. I'd rather do Iron Bullet. So
Yeah.
I want to plus Ugin for now because I don't feel like their 2/2's that threatening right now.
It's certainly not. It's just that I want to get a counter on Makeshift Battalion.
Okay, gotcha.
And we have to attack with two other creatures. But these 2/2s are creatures that we can throw away and attack with, so. And I think Cruel Celebrant is also rather expendable on her own. I always forget Iron Bully only costs 1 now.
So next turn, depending what they play down, we're thinking about putting Iron Bully out. We're thinking about tapping their 2/2 and then attacking with 4 or 6.
Law Rune Enforcer cannot tap the army token, which
Oh.
does not cost 2 or greater.
I see. Mana cost. Okay.
Callous Dismissal or Ugin? I mean, that's not really a problem. So, first of all, we can just play Ugin again. Second of all, we can tap Tybalt's Rager and still attack with 3 things. We could minus Ugin. I do want to attack with Makeshift Battalion, and
Okay.
Tybalt's Rager is a bit of a concern.
Okay, so tap and minus. Oh no, we can't do both. Yeah, we can. Tap
I
and
can't
minus.
minus, actually. The problem if I minus is that Tybalt's Rager deals 1 damage to any target when it dies, and therefore they could attack into Ugin, and even if we block, it still gets the damage through.
Okay.
So we plus,
Lies beyond vision.
and we play, I think, just Iron Bully.
Okay.
And put a counter on probably just itself. And we have our 2 proliferation, we have our proliferation engine under this card, which is a little annoying. But in the following turn, I can minus Ugin, assuming they don't have a flyer, on their 3/3, because Ugin will have 2 loyalty, so they won't have a way of getting through.
I still don't know why we didn't tap their Tybalt.
Oh, I didn't have the mana. I wanted to play Iron Bully instead.
Okay. But I thought tapping and then minus.
Jerks.
Ow.
Those jerks. Oh well. We still have Aid the Fallen in hand. We can actually just Wanderer's Strike.
Yeah, let's do that. And we get to proliferate.
Yeah. So let's actually Wanderer's Strike. They're 5/5. make really only Iron Bully bigger.
We could tap their Tibble.
I'll tap it on their turn,
Okay.
assuming they don't block.
Okay.
It's a lot of damage coming through.
Yeah, 11.
Yeah, pretty much have to block something. Okay, so they're gonna choose to block the...
The one that we want. Yay.
Oh, yeah.
This is great. That's fine. Thanks.
So here's another reason I'm glad I did not tap Law Rune Enforcer, because now we can just play Great... I don't want to play Grateful Apparition, actually.
I don't want them to know we have it yet.
Yeah, we're like... It's hard to imagine a world where we lose next turn.
Yeah. Oh my god, sleeping kitty's so cute.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
Wow. What if this ends up being a really short game?
Cool.
So, anything that we want to change out. So they had a lot of ways to amass. But, like, the amass token was the only thing we saw that the Wanderer would hit. We didn't see any removal, but we also didn't see a lot of their deck.
Yeah. What were they, red-blue?
Yeah.
So.
I'm gonna say that our deck is probably fine as is.
Yeah. Oh, we were
Um,
talking about Eight of the Fallen. We don't have that in our hand if you wanted that.
Aid the Fallen. Yeah, but I actually don't feel like we need it.
Okay, good. Just making sure. There was nothing else that you said out loud that I had to remember, so.
Yeah. Well, we don't have is a good answer to Stealth Mission, but, like, that's such a bad card. People need to stop playing it.
Okay, we're done.
Yeah.
We got to see their deck anyways, so. Oh my god, how cute she is.
This hand's not keepable.
Yeah.
This hand is kind of keepable-ish. Do I keep a Charm Stray on...
Yeah, I want to keep it.
I mean, I kind of just want my third land for Trusted Pegasus.
Okay, so you want to go faster to getting to the lands. But what if the next card's a kitty, and then we put the kitty away?
Well,
I trust you.
if the next card is a kitty, then we're missing land drops anyway.
There you go. You got faster to your land.
And now I'm glad that I discarded the cat, partially because if we're gonna flood out, now we're flooding out one turn less,
Yeah.
or one turn faster.
Good call. And it's still hard for me because I'm trying to learn to not keep everything because I want to keep everything.
All right, so if I play Law Rune,
He just dies.
well, I start tapping Spellgorger weird every turn, but I feel like I'd rather Trusted Pegasus and then Trusted Pegasus and Law Rune the following turn, and then I might be able to Wanderer's Strike their Spellgorger weird and never have to worry about it again.
I like that plan.
If we don't draw the 5th mana, we might play like a 3/3 Ugin's Conjurant and... Alright, they're attacking. They have no instant. Okay. Flux Channeler. Not incredibly scary when you consider that... let's see. They're going to be able to deal 5 to me this next turn, but... I still think that this plan has the most upside long term.
Yeah.
Just get our bodies on the board. For Spellgorger Weird being a rather scary card, they seem to have a lack of non-creature spells. Oddly enough. Like, now would be a good time for one, right? Oh, we will get to play Wanderer Strike in next turn. We have the Swamp in hand. I actually, now that I think about it, I probably want to... Bleh. I probably... This is not too scary, though.
This is hilarious. That's exactly the card you were talking about, right?
Yeah. I mean, sure, it does something here. They're going to get a lot of damage in. But what I'm kind of thinking right now, and they're keeping on top, which is interesting. What I'm kind of thinking right now is that if we can tap down Spellgorger Weird the
Okay.
entire rest of the game. Let's see, this is 8, 9, 10 damage. We go to 6. Am I comfortable going to 6 next turn when they're going to have 5 points of damage on board? So I might need to, like... I mean, we could actually just do this. But I don't think we can sacrifice Law Rune Enforcer.
Yeah, why aren't you tapping like you said?
I don't have the mana to tap, and he has
Oh.
Summoning Sickness.
Oh.
I think going to 6 is not the worst thing I've ever done. What I'm thinking now is Prison Realm. Okay. Prison Realm on Flux Channeler.
Okay.
Leaving Law Rune Enforcer back to tap down Spellgorger Weird. In the following turn, we can Wanderer's Strike. Cruel Celebrant isn't feeling like the pick here.
Okay.
There is a consideration that maybe I leave a Trusted Pegasus back to block the Burning Prophet.
Okay.
We are at a rather low life total. But it's not so low that I want to, like, play a 1/1 Ugin's Conjurant.
And we don't want to Wanderer Strike the Spellgorger Weird and tap the Burning Prophet each turn?
Spellgorger Weird is not a scary card as long as I have Law Rune Enforcer. That being said... Wait. Okay. I was like, why are you advancing? I need to tap your creature. That being said, if they find a way to remove our Law Rune Enforcer, that logic goes out the window. They're not going to be able to deal 6 to me, so I think I'm okay just letting that go through. They probably have a way to pump it. And I don't really know... Like, if I lose this Trusted Pegasus, do I have to hold back the other Trusted Pegasus to continue blocking every turn? Seems pretty bad.
Huh.
There it is. That's what I was afraid of, is that we're going to lose our Law Rune Enforcer.
Should we Wanderer Strike their Spellgorger Weird now?
Yes. I think so.
And can we do it on their turn, or...
No, it's a sorcery.
Oh, okay.
And I may have to leave back both Trusted Pegasi to block. Which could lead to a bit of a blowout where they use a removal spell on one, and then... Yeah, I'm not doing that. If they have a removal spell, whatever. Ugin's a pretty nice pickup here. Yeah, I do have to Wanderer Strike. It is a little bit sad that I don't get to proliferate onto anything. Like, doing Ugin's Conjurant first would be nice, but we just don't have that luxury. And I'm trying to think, is there a good reason to chump block with this Trusted Pegasus? I think there is. Chandra's Pyrohelix, maybe, but then they'd just be able to take out the Trusted Pegasus anyway. But then I'm forcing them to use it on the Pegasus, and they only deal 2 to me, so that's probably fine. If they have another stealth mission, we're just sort of boned. Okay. Okay, I think I do chump here because being at 4 life, I'm very concerned.
Yeah. Okay, and they only got 1.
Well, only
But
kept
still.
1 on top.
Oh.
It is still draw 2.
Oh. That sucks.
And I'm almost considering we Ugin and immediately minus on the Burning Prophet
Okay.
because I'm just so afraid of anything. Although, just playing Ugin's Conjurant first as a blocker,
I like having more bodies on the board.
what if they have Callous Dismissal?
Then it takes away Ugin's Congruent and we get to keep Ugin, right?
Well, they could also Callous Dismissal Ugin, but if we play Ugin and minus and Burning Prophet is off the board, then Callous Dismissal on our Ugin is actually good because then we play it and it's back at 4 loyalty.
Gotcha. Okay, then do that.
It's
I was
not.
Just trying, sorry, go ahead.
It's not that it's likely that they have Callous Dismissal. I just really want to play it safe.
Yeah, and I was more concerned. I didn't realize that phase of it. Like, I'm glad you explained that out. Because to me, I was like, well, if I'm going to lose a card, I'm going to give the card I don't want to keep first.
Yeah.
But the way you explained that, I'm like, oh, okay, no. Yeah, they keep looking at Ugin. So Chandra's Phoenix, or whatever you said?
Chandra's Pyrohelix. I don't think they have it. I think they were just looking at Ugin. If they had it, like, we'd see it just snap out of their hand.
Man, they have us so close. They must be so frustrated.
Okay. Well, I'm at least happy that we got some use out of Ral.
Yeah.
I mean, out of Ugin. And now we can play a 6/6 Ugin's Conjurant to follow up, and they're at 12 health, so they probably have to start chumping. They actually have a way... Oh, Callous Dismissal, our Prison Realm? No, that wouldn't make sense, because we would just... Yeah, that makes more sense. Just to have more bodies on the board, I think we Pegasus and make a 4/4 Conjurant.
Okay. Because that still puts us at 6 either way, so...
Yep.
So they still have them on a 2-turn, technically 2-turn clock. Because they can block. Or a 6-turn, I guess. I don't know.
So, Heartfire.
Ooh, damn, that was good. Good job on them. That was the card we wanted and we didn't get for a different deck of mine we were building.
Yeah. So what do we want?
I like the Wanderer Strikes.
But do we want to take out something to put more in?
I don't know. The kitties, are the kitties really helping you this game?
Well, we didn't draw them.
Oh,
If we had drawn, like, multiple cats, I think that would have helped because it would have given us some life gain.
okay. Well, we didn't play the Cruel Celebrant, and that was a life gain, and I thought that was a miss.
Yeah, but it wasn't really saving us. Like, all it would have done is chumped a turn and gained us 1 life and not gotten us deeper into our deck to draw Ugin and Ugin's Conduit.
Gotcha.
I feel like more early threats is going to be good. Maybe down an Enforcer Griffin and up Pouncing Lynx.
Okay.
Enforcer Griffin has good stats, but I just don't feel like it's so necessary to wait until turn 5 and play it.
And we've got 2 flyers anyway, so...
Yeah. 3.
Oh, yeah, you have 3
Grateful
flyers.
Apparition.
And they're quicker to get to them. I prefer that, too.
Yep.
I don't... Sorry, go ahead.
Knowing that they have 2 Ral's Outburst kind of sucks.
I was gonna say I don't remember them having too many big cards, anyways.
Right.
So yeah, and that does suck about the rouse because it's a -3. But ooh, we need to keep it for total invasion. We need to know what's going on with them.
Well, I mean, all this removal, I'm pretty happy.
Okay.
And their Ral's Outburst is just going to be sitting in hand doing nothing. We get to go on to 3 mana first, so not only do we get to see their hand, but we can prevent them from ever putting a Flux Channeler on the board. Double blue could be like a Narset's Reversal. But is that likely? It's a rare card. I'm not going to play around it.
Yeah, I was like, no, we're still toll invasion. So what do we care about? So, since we don't have big cards, the Heartfire hurts.
They only have blue mana.
Oh yeah, so we should take out their blue stuff. So Callous Dismissal. Well, Scrying. They probably want to scry, huh?
I think they're no escape.
Yeah.
Now they can Callous Dismissal our token, whatever. But when we do finally draw a creature, they're not going to be able to bounce it back and set us back. No escape would have been worse.
Gotcha. Yeah, no escape worse. And also, they're still hunting for their red. They might have got it this turn, so we'll see.
Yep. And with all this removal in hand, they'll play a creature, we'll get rid of it. They'll play a creature, we'll get rid of it. I think we're in a fine spot.
Cool. I was worried because I was like, we don't have any creatures, so that's fine to remove and all. But if we don't have a way to get their life down, it's just kind of stalling or whatever.
Yeah, but in many ways, Magic is about much, much more than reducing your opponent's life to 0. It's also about denying them value.
Gotcha.
It's like they have to play a card here. If they just do an Honor the God Pharaoh, there's a question of do we just Obnix Cruelty their token, but I'm pretty happy. I kind of want to save Obnix Cruelty. I think I can just Prison Realm that.
Okay.
I sort of want to put Makeshift Battalion out, but they have Heartfire, and I think we have better targets that we'd rather them hit with that. Yeah, I want a Prison Realm because I want the Scry. And we'll put a land on the bottom. And we can Battlefield Promotion their army token. Should I? You think I should do that?
No. Yeah?
No?
No.
Okay, maybe I won't.
It's just a 1/1. Oh.
Now it's a 2/2.
Never mind.
Oh no.
Sorry, go ahead.
I just said oh no.
Okay. Yeah, I was like, I don't care about a 1/1 right now.
We will eventually care about a 2/2.
Yeah. But I feel like that's what we have Obnix for, because he goes
Yeah.
up to 5. Up to you. We have enough
Yeah.
to play both. Like,
I think so. I'm okay if they decide to Heartfire Makeshift Battalion.
okay.
We still have Obnix Cruelty for whatever they play, and a Heartfire is kind of a 2-for-1. Our hand's full of removal.
Manually tapping.
Looks like they do want a Heartfire. No,
Oh.
Callous Dismissal.
Okay. Sure.
I'm
Obnix
actually-
Cruelty? Go ahead, sorry.
What?
Obnix Cruelty it? Or...
I'm actually kind of thinking that.
Yeah. Because I don't want to get to, 4, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Now that they've, spent so much. And also, so maybe they just want to Heartfire our face now. But I'm so happy with a 2-for-1 like this.
Yeah.
Wow, that's aggressive, dude. pretty damn aggressive. That's impressively aggressive. So they could rouse Outburst Makeshift Battalion, and I guess we would just let that happen. If it invade this city, how big does that make it? 5. I'll let them not attack, and then I'll Obnick's Cruelty. It is a little bit sad that we've gone through all of our removal, but we're both on 1 card.
Okay.
Yeah, looks like a good block for them because they deal 1 damage to Makeshift Battalion and then they deal 1 damage anywhere and it goes to Makeshift Battalion, but because we gave it first strike and we gave it a +1/+1 counter. Burning Prophet. Okay. Divine Arrow. Sure. Do I Divine Arrow their Burning Prophet or just sort of let it stay?
It's only attacking us for 1. If it tries to do something else, then we can Divine Arrow it, or they might have a better card. I'm fine getting hit for 1.
Yeah, I think so.
Like,
Especially,
yeah,
we're gonna want to Divine Arrow that
exactly.
Spellgorger weird.
Should we let it grow and like waste? Oh, kitty!
Do I want to play out a kitty even?
Why not? You have enough mana. You can still play your Divine Arrow. It doesn't hurt to play the kitty.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it is life gain, and I was saying I kind of wish I had a kitty.
It'd be very sad to have kept them both games and not even used them. We could have put other cards in.
And if they do Rouse Outburst, it's definitely going to Makeshift Battalion, so it's not like Charm Stray is reducing the value we have on board.
Yeah.
What is so difficult about this turn?
Well, that's how they psyched us out before and then used a Heartfire on us to kill us. Ugh.
Stealth mission?
Yeah.
That
it's
actually
fine.
puts it out of Heartfire range.
Ugh. You mean Divine Arrow?
Oh, Divine Arrow range, yeah.
But I mean, oh no, but we can't. Well, could we Divine? Oh no, because it still attacks the Charm Stray. Because I was like, can the Charm Stray kill it if we do the Divine Arrow and the Charm Stray?
Yeah, I mean, the problem is it's unblockable, right? I think we actually Divine Arrow Burning Prophet and we just try to race.
Okay.
Because if they grow Spellgorger Weird once more, then it doesn't even make sense to try to block with Charm Stray and Divine Arrow.
Well, because I was thinking you -4 from it, and then the Charm Stray you attack. Oh, it's a block. It's not an attack. Never mind.
Yeah. I think that we can just try and race. Hope to draw some removal. We still have some in our deck, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Or maybe even just a chump blocker for a turn.
Yeah.
Alright, looks like they maybe found their Rouse Outburst.
They used 2 already?
Oh no, Heartfire.
Oh, shoot. We're just dead, huh?
Okay.
Arouse that first. Okay.
No, we're still dead.
Yeah.
Okay, so it would have been correct to block with the Charm Stray. Lesson learned.
Yeah.
That was a good game, opponent.
Yeah, that was.
Definitely one of the weaknesses of this deck is we have no way of, like, generating more cards. Like, our only card draw is Ugin.
That's right, because otherwise we're not even scrying that much either.
Yeah.
Huh. Oh well.
I'm almost considering putting Aid the Fallen in the main deck. but I'm not sure.
Okay, we can think about that and come back to it before next game.
Yeah. Okay, on to the next round. Let's hope that we can at least get our money back.
I hope so. I mean, either way, I was really happy with this. Like, I really liked that. Was it round 2? Because we're in 3 now, or we're in 4?
That was 3. We're in 4 now.
Okay, so it was round 2 because it was one prior to that, where it was just going on and on with the opponent.
Not descriptive enough for me to understand.
Sorry, my bad. I didn't want to go too into detail because we're starting our game.
So, martyr for the cause in the makeshift battalion, like, seems... I can live with it. Tech Gen is our opponent. Ooh, they have a very pretty swamp. It's one of the better swamps, I think. So, Dreadmulkin is not scary when you have a Divine Arrow in hand.
Would we really use a Divine Arrow on a Dreadmulkin, though?
Well, yeah. Divine Arrow is great for Dreadmulkin because they sacrifice a creature so that it can attack into our creatures, and then we Divine Arrow them, and they lost the creature that they sacrificed and their Dreadmulkin.
Oh, I see. So it's not just Dreadmulkin, it's when it does, we have it do its ability.
Yeah.
Okay.
They maybe don't want to attack into our better attackers, though. And I would not be surprised if they just let me attack into them and don't block. Vivian's Grizzly. How would I feel... I actually don't even need to show them the swamp yet. How would I feel if I had to use Divine Arrow on the Vivian's Grizzly just so that I could attack it? I think we can just tap the Vivian's Grizzly down every future turn. So, not really necessary. Bleeding Edge? No. Meanies. Wow, we still don't have a black card, and I still have no reason to show them the swamp.
Agreed.
But Ugin gets to come down next turn. So do we attack? I still think not. But when they attack with Dreadmulkin, I certainly double block. If they want to do such a silly thing.
Did you say when they attack with Dreadmulkin, you're going to double block?
Yeah, because we have Divine Arrow.
Oh. Well, because I was going to say, doesn't it have Menace, so you would have to?
Yeah.
It's not a... Okay.
So I could play Ugin, or I could just Prison Realm this Turret Ogre.
But we can't do both.
Well, if I Prison Realm, I still get to hold up Divine Arrow. If I play Ugin, I don't get to hold up anything. And I could plus him, but we actually don't have enough creatures to block with. I think I'd rather...
Yeah. Prison Realm, hold up Divine Arrow. Prison Realm to turret. I agree.
And we get a Scry, which is nice.
I'm happy with that.
Yeah, keep that. And it's actually really nice to have gotten the Turret Ogre off the battlefield when we're about to have a flyer. But I think instead of Enforcer Griffin next turn, if they're still not attacking and they're not adding too much to the board, then Ugin is going to be better.
Okay.
Okay, here's the situation I've been waiting for.
And then they'll sacrifice the creature. Cool. I'm liking this. There's no way they're not going to sacrifice the creature to Mulkin. I mean, they could. And then do we Divine Arrow something else or no?
No, because then they would just sacrifice that creature. They have enough to sacrifice 2 creatures.
They're not going to sacrifice both. If they do, that's a real win for us, right?
Okay, they're not sacrificing anything. Is this actually a Vraska's finisher?
See, and that's what I was afraid of that would happen. That's why I was like, do we want to use Divine Arrow right then? Or
It is. But they're only getting Martyr for the cause.
Okay.
So, like, maybe I could have used Divine Arrow on something else, but I don't even think that it was all that necessary. But certainly now, Ugin doesn't seem very good.
Okay.
Enforcer Griffin means we don't get to hold up Divine Arrow, but I think that's fine.
Yeah. So, Vraska's finisher. Enters the battlefield, destroy target creature.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. Totally cool. Planeswalker our opponent controls that was dealt damage this turn. Okay.
So do I Ugin make a 2/2? I think so. We've got a board where we can kind of defend him, and if they want to attack in, we probably are advantaged.
Okay.
The designs of an elder ether.
And then we get to follow up by having both Divine Arrow and Charm Stray as a chump blocker available to us.
Okay.
And they're just fishing with Vivian's Grizzly. Vivian's Grizzly doesn't always hit, though. Our 2/2s always hit. And we happen to know that a Prison Realm is at the bottom of our 2/2. So, you know, we trade Vraska's finisher for a 2/2, and then we get to Prison Realm a thing. Yeah, I'm fine trading off most of our board here in reality.
Okay.
They're still dealing 4.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I think
It's
that's
alive.
fine.
It's not dead, so.
Your quest is
And we get a Prison Realm back.
Oh,
Toll of the Invasion.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I can Toll of the Invasion
Oh.
and Prison Realm.
Do we want to wait till they have more cards? Because they only have one card in their hand.
They're not gonna hold cards.
Oh, okay.
At this point, I doubt it. I doubt they would start holding cards. It's a mountain. Yeah.
See, that's what I was kind of afraid of. I was like, we wasted it for a mountain.
I don't feel like it was a waste. We got a 1/1 out of it.
Okay.
So the problem with other,
Nice. No, keep it.
yes,
Okay.
of course.
I was afraid you were saying, because you were debating putting it away.
I think I want to start attacking.
Agreed.
Yeah, because we can trade our 1/1 with their Vizier. We can just chump with the 2/2.
Yeah.
And then in further turns, we get to play Grateful Apparition and hold up Divine Arrow. Nahiri, okay, that sucks. But it's not even that bad for us.
Okay.
It does mean that this is a double chump if they still want to attack Ugin, but I would be fine just chumping with Vivian, like just chumping Vivian's Grizzly and allowing them to take 1 loyalty off of Ugin.
Okay. Yeah, because it's just one.
And Divine Arrow will be really not bad after this.
more than flesh and blood.
So, let's see. Plus,
The fabric
Grateful Apparition,
weighs me.
Charm Stray, and still hold up Divine Arrow.
Okay.
Seems fine to me. And I kind of want to attack with this, but I don't really know if I want to attack with that.
Because then you lose it to... Oh, no, you don't. They don't block. Yeah, go ahead. Why not?
Yeah, I mean, they
Take it
can't
down.
block.
Yeah. And
This
they- Sorry,
this
go ahead.
means that it's dead next turn to Grateful Apparition. But they can tick down, and now we don't get to amass onto our army token, but otherwise Grateful Apparition never gets to attack.
Okay.
And if they still want to get Ugin down, because they're so afraid that Ugin's going to win us the game, and it will, do they find removal or something? It kind of... I don't know, could they have a band together? I don't know. The mysterious ways of our Soren Stars. Okay. And they're like, which is scarier? a Charmed Stray or a Flyer that proliferates every fucking turn. And obviously the answer is the Flyer. And so now I don't even feel bad that Nahiri gets to take down our 1/1 token because we weren't going to be able to proliferate onto it anyway.
Ah, okay. Oh, kitties. This is great.
Oh, wow.
I wish we could have made them
it.
flying kitties, though. Oh, wow.
We still have a chance to draw Pegasus.
Lies beyond vision.
How awesome would that be to have 3 flying kitties and 2 Pegasus out?
Pegasi.
Pegasi. And that's it.
Yep.
Okay, I'm kind of happy with that. I don't know. What do you think? Wanderer's Strike, Aid to the Fallen. They have a Davros Shadow Fugue.
Wait, did we see that?
Maybe I'm wrong.
I can't really think of anything I want to change.
I always want Rally of the Wings, and just because I want to see, but it's
we
not
didn't even
worth
have we didn't even have flyers that
it.
game.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
They had like a turret ogre that Wanderer could take care of. They didn't seem to have a lot of damage-based removal.
But I like just using that. What was that thing?
Oh,
used
you know,
for
we should
prison?
have brought in the Wanderer against that other deck that was using damage-based removal.
Oh, okay.
I didn't even think of that. Because I was like, they didn't have anything 4 or greater. I can't use the -2. The static was the reason to bring it in.
Ah, yeah, I always forget about the statics. Okay, then let's just keep it. Done and done.
I can't remember. Is Soren's Thirst deal 2 damage or -2/-2? I think it might be deal 2 damage, but I still don't think that's enough reason to bring in the Wanderer. Well, okay. Let me just try it. Cruel Celebrant hasn't done shit for us. Let's bring in the Wanderer.
Okay.
Because it takes care of Turret Ogre, and it takes care of Soren's Thirst for us. And those are 2 cards that they had that we would like to nullify.
And I remember where I got confused. Soren's Thirst was the card that I thought was Davril's because I think it's 2 damage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's where I got confused.
Okay. So I don't like that this hand is mono white, but what I'm seeing here is we have Grateful Apparition on 2, Makeshift Battalion on 3, and, like, sure, nothing is nothing for Grateful Apparition to proliferate, right?
Mm-hmm.
Except that we have Battlefield Promotion in hand. So if they don't have Soren's Thirst this turn, I could even just, like, Battlefield Promotion the Grateful Apparition and have it grow it to a 3/3, which is out of range of Soren's Thirst already, but it feels like they actually have it.
Okay.
So let's attack, because they played Swamp. So they're either screwed on their other colors. Okay, they didn't have it. And I guess I could have, like, known that there was not a pause and done it. But I still might want to Battlefield Promotion this turn. Maybe if they have Soren's Thirst, they want to use it on Makeshift Battalion and not Grateful Apparition, which I think would be a bit of a mistake.
Bye, Grateful.
I'm not sure. Okay, they have Bleeding Edge. They just weren't sure which target to use it on. I don't feel like we need to Prison Realm that. I feel like just attacking.
Okay.
Because we have Battlefield Promotion and we don't have anything else to do. Yeah. Otherwise, what are we going to do about a 2/2? And now Makeshift Battalion is out of range of a lot of their 2-power blockers and out of range of Soren's Thirst. If they play Turret Ogre here, we have the Wanderer in hand.
We just need another.
Land.
Yeah.
Death Sprout instead. Okay.
And then they get to look for their land. What are they that they're playing red, black, green? Like, what are they trying to do here?
Not sure. I think I'm gonna play the Wanderer, even though there's nothing for it to kill on board. It can stunt their plane. It can stunt their plans, and we have all this removal in hand, so it just feels like an efficient use of our mana.
Okay.
And Vivian's Grizzly is something I'm pretty happy to Prison Realm.
Cool.
And we have the Obnick's Cruelty if they try... Well, we don't have mana for both. But, like, if they try to pump up the Uncrop Invader... Considering that maybe the safer play is to Prison Realm, Uncrop Invader, and not Vivian's Grizzly. But if they end up just trying to draw cards, I think I'd rather do this. Alright, so Prison Realm, give me a Scry.
Oh, okay. Oh,
We can't cast him, but we can't put him on the bottom of our library either.
yeah. I think we'll get land. I would rather hope for that.
Yeah.
Well, the Wanderer, can't the Wanderer take out Onkrop?
No, 4 power or greater.
Oh.
That was foolish.
So I don't see a great reason to Wanderer Strike this.
Okay. It's only for 2 they're attacking it. Or they're not even. They're attacking the Wanderer, which sucks. But I mean, I don't know. We still have one more chance to think about it. It's not dead next attack.
Well, but we can't use the -2
Oh.
anymore after the next attack.
And we don't have a way to proliferate.
Since we have Obnick's Cruelty in hand, and we can probably kill anything they play next, I think we just Wanderer Strike this.
Yeah, because then we can proliferate on our token. We get 2 more.
Well, we proliferate onto the Wanderer,
That's what I mean.
not a token.
Oh, it's not a loyalty. Oh, loyalty counter, not loyalty.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Iron Bully, whatever. I'm gonna make it look like I'm representing something, I guess.
I like when you do that.
They can't Soren's Thirst this. They can't use a 3 damage spell.
They
Doesn't work.
They forgot about the Wanderer's static
The
ability.
passive.
Yeah, a passive
Yeah.
ability. Yeah.
I guess they call it static. I call it passive, I guess.
I always forget about that.
Yeah. And our opponent is just
Ooh, Bob-
screwed.
Oh, okay. Instead of tapping?
Now, Obnick's Cruelty is a -5/-5. Like, that's why Obnick's Cruelty is better in this format.
But I felt like I would want to use something bigger. No? Like a bigger creature they had to use that?
Oh,
'Cause-
Vivian's Grizzly finds them more creatures.
Oh, that's why we want to get rid of it fast. Got
And
it.
if they have a big creature, we can activate the Wanderer twice. Okay, now our opponent gets it. I mean, we're kind of stuck on lands, but I don't feel like that's such a bad thing right now.
Yeah, I think we're fine. for now.
I
Or do we want to hold it back so we can tap?
actually do,
Yeah.
because there is Goblin Assault Team.
Ah. Oh, we can't tap that.
Nope. Ugin can come down
Beats in my
hopefully
heart
next
is
turn
your heart.
and
Woohoo! I knew it.
on time. Now we are gonna have to like chump with one of our creatures.
Maybe the Lynx.
Yeah, the Lynx.
Because I like having the tap ability of Law Rune Force.
My presence
But
alone
they don't get to do any more with Arlen.
fades into
Bye, Arlen.
fire.
And then we can chump with 2/2s until we find something better.
Okay.
Arlen's Wolf, interesting.
Oh, that sucks. I really wanted to play the wolf after Arlen.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I mean, luckily we can, like, we can't. Well, now there's Divine Arrow. So we can't block Arlen's Wolf, but we can tap it, and then we can Divine Arrow the 3/3.
Okay. That works.
If they play a Goblin Assault Team, that's what we would tap instead. But they wouldn't, because we could just, you know, the Wanderer hit down.
Okay.
They don't even want to attack. Oh,
They have Nahili.
but Nahiri doesn't work anymore.
What does Nahiri do? Damage to a target tap creature.
But non-combat damage doesn't do anything anymore. It does
Yay.
give the creatures first strike.
Do we want a divine arrow or did we miss that part?
Oh, they never attacked.
Oh, that's right. I forget. Until evasion, we'll wait. Do we need to tap one of their creatures?
On their turn.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I could Toll the Invasion now.
I didn't like, but I guess it worked out last time. Your call. You're better at that than me.
Like, the problem is that Toll in the Invasion, any sort of discard spell, loses almost all value in the late game.
Oh, that's why. Okay, I didn't know about that.
But Toll in the Invasion still makes you a 1/1, regardless of it having lost value.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just like making them, like, if they have one card in their hand, I just fearful. I'm like, oh, it's a land. And I know
Death
that-
Sprout, really? Alright. Unfortunately, now Arlen's Wolf can actually start getting in and pressure Ugin, so we hope to draw something. Like an
Like that?
Obnix Cruelty. Yeah, like exactly that.
Us obeys me.
I'm just gonna do it now.
Okay. Oh.
Okay, I don't even need to.
Very good game. So we got our money back, right?
Yep,
Cool.
and maybe more.
Nice.
Okay, my individual card reward is Sanctum Seeker. Whenever a vampire you control attacks, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life.
Okay.
Awful card. Alright, on to the next round.
Woo!
Alright, already got a match. Kaswan. Or K-Swan?
Okay, Swan. Catherine Swan. I don't know. Your choice. I would assume Mulligan?
So, if we draw a land, we get to play Makeshift Battalion and then not do anything else, unless it's exactly a swamp. I think this is a mulligan.
Okay.
And now I keep.
Yeah, I feel a lot better. It's actually really rare for me.
I'll
yeah,
keep a
the
land on top.
Yeah.
I can never risk, so like I don't really want to keep the land on top because this is a do nothing hand.
Mm-hmm.
But I also don't want to take the risk of not drawing the third land by turn 3 and not having Toll the Invasion.
Agreed.
And we drew, I guess we play a Charm Stray. Doesn't do anything now.
Hey, we'll get our other kitty, and then we'll get our flying kitties.
Okay, they are playing land and passing, which makes me wonder what's in their hand. I mean, Trusted Pegasus would be a play here, but I really want to know what's in their hand.
Curiosity killed the cat, but I'm all for Toll Invasion.
Yeah.
Okay.
No escape?
Maybe Teferi? Or...
Not Teferi's Time Twist.
Yeah.
Which, like, we can see that their hand is actually more do nothing than our hand.
Yeah.
Like, they can play Zhang Yangu next turn.
So, do we not want to give them... Sorry, go ahead.
What?
Do we not want to give them the Scry, maybe? Because if they have a do-nothing hand, we don't want to...
I don't want them to counter my next creature spell.
Okay, okay.
That's why I'm doing this.
Got it.
What I mean by they have a do-nothing hand is that their hand literally has no action in it until turn 6.
Oh, okay. Not that they can't play anything. Okay.
Yeah, and the only card that would do something would be their no escape, because we would not be able to play a creature.
Gotcha.
A Johnny comes out. Prison Realm can target Planeswalkers, so if they play a Johnny without the mana to Teferi's Time Twist, we'll be able to Prison Realm it. But of course, why would they play a Johnny into this board state, no matter what? since we know everything in their hand, we know that playing Trusted Pegasus is a-okay here.
Perfect. That means I get my flying kitty.
And they can Teferi's Time Twist one of their lands if they want.
Mm-hmm.
I would. Because, you know, then the land comes back.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't even think of... Well, yeah, it didn't matter that they didn't have planes before. So, they're still a mana short from the Giant. They've got nothing in their graveyard that they can bring back with Aid the Fallen. Oh, boy. Just pass go. I mean... Okay, give a kitty.
Is she biting you?
Yes, Luna is biting me.
Oh my goodness.
Well, now I know that we don't need so much removal. Charity Extractor. Doesn't really save them here, though. The question is that worth a Wanderer's Strike? I kind of would rather have something else have +1/+1 counters on it before we Wanderer's Striked anything. They're going to gain like 1 life a turn, but we're dealing more to them. Also, they can get it back, but this is an exile effect.
Ah.
I guess I just want to attack.
Oh, okay. So I think I understand the issue. Is it because it's if we attack, Charity Extractor will kill our thing?
Well, we can't attack with the 1/1s.
Ah, okay.
So we're missing a small amount of damage. And if they play like a Johnny and give Charity Extractor a +1/+1, like that play doesn't even seem any good at all. Right now we're just killing them with 4 damage in the air every turn, and it's like I don't see a reason to do anything.
Yeah.
And now there's Tidebearer Giant, and this is something I will Wanderer's Strike. And I feel like we do play a Battlefield Promotion just to have another thing with +1/+1 counters,
Okay.
so that our Proliferate does slightly more. Well, now I have another Charm Stray, and then we could grow a Charm Stray.
And then proliferate. Yeah, can we put the kitty out and then do that?
All right, so I'm gonna do it like this. I'm gonna play Prison Realm on their Tidebearer Giant.
Okay.
Even though it could target Planeswalkers, I don't see that being actually relevant in this game.
Scry kitty, scry kitty. Aww.
Well, this lets us play. Well,
let's keep
we
it.
can already play a kitty. We can already play a kitty, so never mind. We don't need that.
Okay.
The other thing that we need the 6th land for is a potential potentially a Ugin.
Oh, I was gonna say that too. Okay.
But they're dead next turn if we get to Wanderer's Strike the Charity Extractor. And actually, they're dead even if we don't. They're dead unless they play a Johnny and gain life. And then we Wanderer's Strike the Charity Extractor, and then I think they're dead.
I will teach you humility if I must.
What do you do with the Johnny? Because I think you should gain life here. Oh, they're on Johnny's Pridemate deck. That's really cute.
Now do you see the benefit?
Well, now I just want to Wanderer's Strike the Johnny's Pridemate.
Okay.
We drew Ugin.
So we should have kept that land.
Nah.
No? Okay.
I think we did the right thing.
Okay.
So, if we attack like this, they get to gain a life by blocking the Charm Stray, but we deal 2 damage, so that's kind of nullified. And we're doing 6, 7, 8, 7. So yeah, I should have counted that out first, but it was correct not to attack with this Charm Stray because it's not quite lethal yet.
Yeah, agreed. No, I agree. Like, I totally think that's still a good play.
But if I had, on the turn that I was thinking about it, played Battlefield Promotion on this Pouncing Lynx, they would be 1 point of health lower, and then it would have been correct attacking with this Charm Stray.
Oh, okay.
Well, that, I mean, fine. But
I would just let them attack for, well, it's for 2. Fine. They want to
Well,
attack for... Go ahead.
they're not going to do that. I mean, they could gain life with their Ajani. Okay, they've seen Ugin. So they have a 2/2 now.
But even still, Ugin, we didn't necessarily need... We have their life down enough that we're okay.
Probably, yeah. And they still don't have an answer for Trusted Pegasus. They just have more cards.
Ah.
And so, like, sure, they're going to start pumping their Charity Extractor and getting in. That's fine. Okay, so they are attacking us for 2. And they're gaining some life back. We're still threatening to deal 6 to them in the air. And their 2 life a turn isn't really going to compete with that. Or it's going to be 3 life if they do another +1.
Which they will, so they'll be
Yeah.
at 7. But we'll have 2 flying kitties.
Zhang Yangu, so are they just going to pump it all into Charity Extractor? And if they're going to do that, then would I just, like, gang block it? Because they only get to take out, at most, the Pouncing Lynx.
I feel like we have so much life that I don't care if they want to attack us for, like, even 10.
It has lifelink.
Oh, so we have to get rid of it. Okay, gotcha now. Okay, yeah, then let's get rid of it.
And the only thing they could really do after that is they could aid the Fallen at bat.
Be your best self.
So we have to do 7 damage to it, with just Pouncing Lynx and Charm Stray would be.
Okay.
So we lose Pouncing Lynx, but we still are able to keep 5 damage that would come through in the air.
Perfect.
And they're not even... They gained life with a Johnny instead of putting another counter on that, which I think is a little mysterious. Because we can see their hand. We can see that they don't really have a good reason not to gain life. I mean, not to put a counter on that, because, you know, just this. In fact, we don't even need to offer up our 3/3 cat. We can do it like this.
Perfect.
That's 7, right? Yeah, 7.
4, 5, 6, 7.
And we can see there's no trick in hand. Like, I don't understand why I wouldn't do this. So maybe they feel like they need to make this attack, and they need to make this trade, and that's fair. But I'm just not threatened by it. And if they play Aid the Fallen, they can't actually play that again this turn. So I feel like that attack was a mistake. Yeah, like, you can't even play it this turn again. So a Johnny can gain them 3 life a turn. Like, I suppose we could just take out their planeswalkers.
I would totally take out a Johnny so we stop get this whole game of life thing. Because that's the only reason he's using him.
But we're also dealing more than 3 a turn.
Okay, if we're dealing more than 3, then fine. You're better at the patience game.
And they do have Teferi's Time Twist in hand.
Okay.
But now that we have Law Rune Enforcer, like, the fact that this gains life is actually irrelevant. So let's just attack them.
Okay.
No, okay. Yeah, a Johnny, because a Johnny gains them life, which slows down our aggression. Okay, it took me a minute to get there. So they have to use Teferi's Time Twist here.
We must regroup.
And that's like, whatever. Because now they play their Charity Extractor. We tap it for the rest of the game. We kill a Johnny for good this time.
Much greater together.
Like, if they want to put counters on their creatures, whatever.
I will help
On the thing that we're tapping.
Yeah.
That's great.
And we're going to tap in their upkeep, so they can't even use it for mana, which Zhang Yangu would otherwise let them do.
Ah.
We can, like, take 3 for quite a while. So I think they should uptick a Johnny.
If I have to
That's a
light
bit
the
greedy,
way,
I think.
I will.
Because, you know, once we kill a Johnny,
Oh, sweet. We got our 3 flying cats.
so like this goes face, this goes a Johnny.
Another kitty to the face.
Not, because then they just block.
Okay.
And with their lifelink creature.
Oh, that's right. They're not flying yet.
Yeah. Only one gets flying,
Okay.
and it has to be attacked.
Humility
Um,
brings perspective. I shall
So yeah,
not.
and oh, I meant to upkeep stop so that they couldn't use Charity Extractor for mana. Oh well. Okay. Thank you for conceding. Like, this was just being way drawn out, right?
Yeah.
Alright, the Wanderer, let's see. Charity Extractor, no. Did they show us anything with 4 more power?
No.
Did they show us a lot of damage-based removal?
It was mostly about gaining life
Yeah,
and like.
I don't
Sorry,
think,
go ahead.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was mostly just about getting life. Now, after an Ajani, the Wanderer has a few targets, but I don't really feel like that's enough reason to play it over just a Wanderer Strike. And I do feel like we want more removal.
And that was a really good example because, like, I'm always trying to make decks that gain life, and you're always telling me it doesn't matter. And that was a great example of how, like, yeah, our kitties are killing your life. Like, a 1/1.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I mean, life gain is important,
yeah.
but a card that says you gain 4 life and does not say and put a creature on the battlefield and does not say and remove a creature your opponent controls is not worth having in your deck.
Yeah. And then also, I think, like, but what I'm trying to say is I get so life focused, and you're like, that
Yeah.
shouldn't be, like, the main thing that you care about.
Like, whether I want Aid the Fallen or not, I don't know. I feel like our deck is mostly fine. It's just that we want a lot of ways of dealing with their
30 seconds.
threats and keeping them off the board. I guess I'll keep it like this and go without Aid the Fallen. It's only really necessary for Ugin.
Okay.
Charm Stray into Trusted Pegasus, Prison Realm, the strongest card in our deck.
I would keep this.
Yeah. Like, it's not amazing. We're not going to run out the doors sweeping in and killing everything in sight. But, you know, I think this hand can get us there. We do have to dodge a no escape, but even if they no escape Trusted Pegasus number 1, they don't have one for Trusted Pegasus number 2 that we saw.
Okay.
Sky Theater Strix. Doesn't matter to show
Yeah.
them the black. Swamp. And I almost feel like Sky Theater Strix might have been something that they would want to side in to deal with our plethora of flying Aid
Yeah.
Fallen.
I agree. I definitely feel like that was just put in because we have flyers. Oh, Toll the Invasion. Yay. I love getting it early.
Well, let's see. I mean, would they play in a Johnny next turn? Okay, maybe. Maybe they play in a Johnny next turn. Obnix. Interesting. So we don't have any tokens. We're not generating any tokens, really. Does it really set us back if one of our things... Like...
I almost want to get rid of their land and keep them landlocked for a while.
I actually want to get rid of Zhang Yangu, I think.
Okay.
So, like, yeah, they get to callous dismiss the token that we are generating. But Zhang Yangu gives them Obnix very quickly. Or Aid the Fallen. Aid the Fallen. Alright.
Okay.
That's what we're doing. Sorry, it took me a minute to get there. But, like, if we discard anything else from their hand, they just Aid the Fallen it back.
Got it. Okay.
Okay. Zhang Yangu can make this Sky Theater Strix a bit more of a threat, but we have flyers to pressure and Prison Realm. Callous Dismissal, we kind of expected that. So, Peggy into Law Rune Enforcer, I think makes a lot of sense here.
Agreed.
If the Strix attacks, we do not block. If they like Obnix and kill our trusted Pegasus, I'm also not really upset by that.
I feel like they're going to take, if they Obnix, they'll take away our Law Rune Enforcer. They don't like us tapping them.
Sure. That's actually pretty reasonable, but after having seen their hand, I'm not too afraid.
Ah, okay.
So yeah, they're kind of doing the play I thought they would do, where they play Zhang Yangu, put a counter on Sky Theater Strix, and now that can block our Pegasus every turn.
Cool.
They have technically 4 mana available if they wanted to tap their creatures for mana because of Zhang Yangu's passive. Looks like they're considering that. What could be in their hand? Band together. I mean, it could be anything. They're like every color.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're deciding that it's not worth protecting Zhang Yangu, I guess.
Okay.
So we can only trust the Pegasus or Prison Realm. We're obviously going to be able to kill Zhang Yangu. Just by attacking in. And we probably want to make sure that we're able to kill Obnix, right? But if they draw us cards, do we even care? Like, all these creatures are kind of expendable.
Yeah. I was going to say, do we care about Sun Charners? Yeah, put out the Pegasus. I agree. Go.
Well, what I was thinking about is saving Prison Realm for Obnix.
Ah, okay.
Because I do want to get rid of this Sky Theater Strix
Okay.
at some point. But I guess I don't really care about Obnix.
Okay.
And we can tap down a Sky Theater Strix for the rest of the game. Of course, they're going to remove our Law Rune Enforcer, sure.
As a human,
But I mean...
I conquered. As a demon,
Do
I
it.
subjugate.
Do it. It would be really silly to remove anything else on this board.
They don't like our flyers. They could take out a Pegasus.
Or are they doing the smart thing? They're destroying their own creature so that they get to draw cards.
Ah, that is smart.
So now I don't need to use any removal on Obnix. I can just attack it with Trusted Pegasus.
Okay.
Okay, so we drew the land for Ugin, but I don't want to Ugin, and then we would have to minus to kill Sky Theater Strix because we have really nothing else going on. So, do I want a Prison Realm though? Not really. I want to save Prison Realm.
So why are we doing only 1 to Obnix?
Oh, I meant to do,
Okay,
so this is 3 total.
3, okay. And then 1 is still going to their face. Oh, the 2/2 is still going to their face.
Yep.
Yeah.
And since the 1/1 has lifelink, you know, we can race this damage.
Okay.
Powerful enemy.
So yeah, if I Ugin, I can't tap down the Sky Theater Strix, and the only thing that would be defending it would be a Law Rune Enforcer. Not my idea of a good time.
Are we gonna tap?
Yes, the Sky Theater Strix. Not because I don't want to be hit by it, but because I don't want to, They seem to have nothing in hand. And now I have 2 forms of removal.
Yeah, I would do Ugin. Unless you really want to wait.
Well, no, I mean, I can't do Ugin while they have creatures on the board that are too scary. The question
Gotcha.
I was mulling over was whether or not to attack with Law Rune Enforcer, and so I don't have to use him to tap down Sky Theater Strix anymore, but I think it just still makes sense to do it like this.
Yeah, I think play it safe. Keep them to tap.
Yeah. Like, we just don't have reason to remove anything else. The fact that it goes straight to combat whenever they play a land kind of tells me that they have nothing but land in hand.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know why they're not attacking with, honestly, everything. Did you find your no escape? Do you want to scry? Okay. Well, I'm really happy that that did not hit our Ugin.
Yeah.
They're in like one of those situations where they're so desperate for a card that they're willing to no escape something which is not actually threatening. And I feel for them, especially because we're in a state where we're so ahead on board and so ahead on life and aggression and like resources in hand and on board that we're holding on to our game-winning bomb and not playing it.
They have so much land. That must be so infuriating.
Okay. I'm thinking I actually am going to Obnick's Cruelty on end step.
Okay.
And then play Ugin, make a 2/2.
Cool.
Because even if Sky Theater Strix attacked Ugin, it wouldn't matter.
Mm.
What, Teferi's Time Twist? Totally lost? Okay, all they're doing here is nullifying my next draw. So we know it's not going to be land. We know we're not going to have a great way of protecting Ugin, but whatever. I don't care. We're just so far ahead. Like, Ugin, make a 2/2. And that 2/2 is going to stay on defense, but like, Sky Theater Strix can't even really attack into it. We can't even play Law Rune Enforcer, but we don't fucking care. We got an Ugin on the board. And this is 6 damage, and we've got a few forms of removal.
We do have to get rid of a Johnny, because that's the lifelink one.
Well, so they can do 2 damage on Ugin,
Okay.
but here's the thing. Like, we can Prison Realm a Johnny.
Perfect.
And actually, we didn't even need to do this. They're just dead. They shouldn't have attacked with, they actually should not have attacked with Sky's Theater Strix, because they're just dead with our flying damage. Yeah, and that was like, I didn't need to do that. So far ahead. So Black-White Beatdown, actually kind of overpowered.
A Johnny's welcome. What's that?
Every time a creature enters the battlefield, gain a life.
Ah.
You want that in a deck with an Ajani's Pridemate, which gets a +1/+1 counter every time you gain a life. It doesn't really go in a lot of other decks. Because... Oh, I squished a kitty's toe.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's still sleeping. Alright.
Kind of feeling like Battlefield Promotion has actually just never been good. This isn't this isn't a deck where it feels like combat tricks are actually necessary. Because we have so much better forms of removal, I guess. 5 fucking removal spells. We could have put in a 6th. We could put in a 7th.
Yeah, I really like our deck.
But Aid the Fallen doesn't seem necessary either because
I'd rather have like the Wanderer or something else.
I'm just thinking Teo's Light Shield.
Really? We haven't even really used that. Like,
Well, it puts a +1/+1 counter on a thing. It's a blocker if we need it. It can attack because even if it's a 0/3, it doesn't have defender or anything.
okay.
Um,
Yeah, let's give it a shot. Let me see how I like it.
yeah.
Okay, going for our last. Do we have one more than we won all of it? Okay,
Yep.
cool.
Win or lose, this is the last game.
Why? Do we have 2 losses?
No, best of 3, you only have 2 losses before you're out.
Oh.
So we have 1 loss.
Oh, okay. Sorry, that's what. Gotcha. There's only 2 losses for best of 3. All right. Keep.
I actually think this is okay.
Yeah.
Like, Grateful Apparition into Iron Bully on 3. We really need to draw that 3rd land, but
I
it doesn't
know.
matter.
Oh, thank God.
And, like, sure, we're, like, stuck on white, but that's okay, because we have a pretty mono-white hand anyway. So, yeah. And I'm thinking we do put the counter on Iron Bully.
Oh, okay.
I'm hoping they don't hold up a no escape here. Okay, they're not. Good. Okay, we found our black source in case we ever need it. So there's a couple of reasons Iron Bully is good to have the counter. If they were going to, like, it's a menace creature, it can block these if we need it to.
Okay.
Contentious plan, sure.
So their hand must not be that good if they were willing to use that just to get the card. Oh, wow. It's really... That sucks.
Yep. I could also consider a Prison Realm on their Spark Reaper to prevent them from double blocking Iron Bully. I'm tempted to get Trusted Pegasus out, but Trusted Pegasus like can't give Iron Bully flying this turn. And also the Scry's gonna help.
Yeah.
Land to the bottom. See? Scry. Otherwise, Spark Reaper could have been a bit of a value for the engine for them throughout the game.
Why does Iron Bully keep growing? Is that something that Grateful Apparition's doing?
Every time it deals damage to a player or planeswalker, proliferate.
Ah.
It's a matter
Gotcha.
So now they're just trying to mill themselves and draw cards. Like, they're super, super desperate here.
They don't have that thing where if they they use up all their cards, then they win, right?
That's the Jace they just played.
Okay. So we need to kill them before they do that, basically.
Yep. Well, I'm just gonna kill Jace now.
Oh, okay.
So, Trusted Pegasus Pouncing Links seems
Okay.
fine. And, like, they only have 1 mana open, so I'm just doing these now while it's on my mind.
Gotcha.
Fortunately, I will
Maybe they have Aid the Fallen and they're just gonna, like, replay Jace, but they just seem in such a dire strait right now.
Yeah. There we go.
There's a concession. So, this little flying 1/1 is just... it's so good.
I like that.
I kind of think we're already playing what we want to be playing.
Agreed.
They just didn't really find their cards. Their deck didn't do what it wanted to do, so we don't know what their deck wants to do, except we know it wants to mill themselves.
Yeah.
And we know that they have a record of 4-1 as well.
Okay.
So we know that it's a fairly reliable strategy, but we're also an aggressive deck, and if they're just being really slow and drawing a bunch of cards, I feel like we are favored.
Sweet.
If they're like us and they have 5 removal spells, then, you know, we'll see. But they didn't draw their removal spells, is the important part for us.
But betting on our opponent having a bad draw is not necessarily a strategy. It's just
I'm not.
Oh, it's just something that worked out in our favor.
Yeah.
That sucks, but I don't know.
I'm gonna keep it.
Yeah.
Pouncing Lynx isn't very powerful, but if we can keep the board clear with Obnick's Cruelty, then it's good enough.
And they had to scry at the bottom. Didn't they go down to 6 cards too?
Yes, they had a mulligan.
Ooh, they're just not drawing well.
I mean, I sort of have this impression that their deck is actually just mostly draw spells.
That's what I feel like too. Because they're trying to mill themselves fast.
Vizier the Scorpion, good card. Our Pouncing Lynx can actually still attack into it.
Okay.
And now that we have double Stray in hand, I think that's the play this turn.
Agreed.
So, Pouncing Lynx has first strike, which is why we can still attack. And next turn, we can start thinking about Obnick's Cruelty. Like, their 1/1 here has Death Touch.
Gotcha.
So, it's potentially worthy to use our removal on it. Well, they know about this Plains.
Exactly.
Does them having a Saheeli Silverwing change anything?
Our flyers are bigger, aren't they?
No. Our flyers are 2/2s.
Oh, then yeah. Then the token that has Death Touch and Saheeli's Silverwing.
Yeah. So I think we use this pre-combat
Yeah.
and attack again with Pouncing Lynx.
Cool.
I could attack with the 1/1 Charm Stray because how likely are we to draw the other two? And I wouldn't mind trading with either of their creatures.
Yeah, let's do that. Because even if we get the other two, our 2/2 grows, and then the other one grows. Like,
Yeah. And they don't want to do any of this blocking shit.
Because at first, the most we've got was like 3 Charm Strays out of 4, which is still pretty good.
Flooding out a bit. Alright, Thunder Drake.
Yep.
Do I even just attack with the 2/2? Like,
I don't want to lose the 2/2 to a Death Touch.
yeah, but... So we are the beatdown. We don't want them to draw their cards.
Okay, you're better at this than me. So.
Yeah, it's hard to say. How much value is a 2/2 lifelinker going to generate us over the game? I don't know. But this is like 5 damage and a 3-turn clock, so they kind of have to start blocking somehow.
And I think that's what I was trying to do, is I didn't want to make them block. I was just trying to chip away at them.
I don't want to give them too much time.
Gotcha. Then that's the smarter play.
Okay, so they're making the trades. Sure.
Okay, come on, creature cards for us.
Alright, we can still attack through that. Still flooding, though. Is betting on us drawing well a strategy? And Vampire Opportunist actually does nullify Pouncing Lynx's damage to some degree.
Okay, good. We have a flyer.
Yeah, I mean, at least it's a creature, but like this behemoth is also going to clock us a bit.
Yeah.
We still have Wanderer's Strike. I don't care about Davriel.
Yeah.
We're holding lands anyway.
Yeah.
Perish the thought.
I'm happy for the flooding now for Davriel.
Yeah, and any creature we do draw, we're going to just play.
Yeah. Oh.
Prison Realm.
The Lazatov Behemoth?
Yeah. And scry a land to the bottom, please. Other
No.
Prison Realm?
Yeah, keep.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose it can take out their Vampire Opportunist, which can gain them some life. And gives us another scry. If they play something scarier, including a Planeswalker, but we do have to cast it exactly next turn, or else they're just going to Davriel it away.
Gotcha. Okay. We couldn't just attack Davriel?
We could, but I want to get him dead in 4 turns and not take a turn off to... Alright, let's see. It is a 4-turn clock. If... Okay, whatever.
all are left to use.
Alright, so if we get them down to 6-5, then the next turn would be, they'd be down to 1, and then they're dead. If we take the turn off, then the next turn we get to deal 4, and then we get to deal 4. So it actually does not change the clock.
Okay.
We can do this.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
Sky
that's
Theater
fine.
Strix. Yeah, not concerned.
Sure, attack us for 2. We don't care. We're still gonna kill you faster. No fact. Ha ha. But that's good, I guess. We want to get faster to our cards. Which one you blocking? And next turn, well, still 2 turns and then they're dead depending on what. Good game. Okay.
Alright.
Yay.
Well, that was the deck. Okay. A little bit worried after that loss, but I guess like against another aggro deck, it's going to be the deck running less removal and more creatures. Yeah. 6 packs, 2,100 gems.
Nice. Should we look at packs as the ending? Or no?
We can.
Oh, there's a lot
I've
of
just been
packs.
storing packs because I got bored of opening them. So I'm gonna just click open 10, which is only gonna show us the rares,
Oh, interesting. I've never seen that before. Okay.
but it's all gonna be gems, right? Okay. I got a God Eternal Bontu and a Finalia Devastation.
Okay.
I got 4 more to open. Gems.
Gems.
Not gems.
Oh,
Rare
nice.
card. Okay. Gems. You can actually see up here that gems didn't uptick, which means it's a God Eternal Bontu again. Alright, cool. Well, hope you enjoyed.
Thanks.